make a chow say from kono. And na the new patriotic party NPP amayokyo 29 years yes celebrity our asylum down here your enkran anunti baby a wo bi a wote yanka no enne oheneba na nasi adunia bedwafo betena se awon kran na chese dwumadie no watwani nyina mfoni e de akyerew se ba the new patriotic party oman Ghana animu nsensem a wontumi aha eye number 1 aha na wosa utie aha na wosa hwe na ne yekoso bia no wonsu uhunu na hunu ne etuamu enye tika kyere wei yesi atikane wonte kase na ye tene kane ena de amawo na yesomosompai ene mpanifo bebodwa ewo enkran asylum down NPP amayoko akache na 29 years no the new patriotic party eba my Ghana mu na ehya ase dwuma sonko adie enhyehyɛ egu akwamu ene mampani nana adodanko akufuado obekasa na fe the general secretary ora John Boadu so akasa na NPP amayoko enhyehyɛ nyina no wada niema di e de akyeretiefo mi ogidie se enadue wani beje sansase kan political party a oman Ghana adwene oman no ho na de hyehyɛ pagu akwam na de mpuntudwuma ba na se tia konwa so a oman mu ade hye ho tɔwonde a na the new patriotic party na obebo din na waka midin ane nana fokuo dwumo se de maka no metiram e de apapra kwam kosi se ohene ba na nasi edu ani abedwafo no beye krado ewon kran na fe dwumadie no odi ahyehye so nti koso anani antena enchim afidie no mfiri ha anadua yi ensamudo opinu no bebobo hu na mom mini kan samba ko enkyerɛw Ghana mampani nana adodanko akufuado said ye nyina anim se nra yedi Ghana mai afofida the founders day na said ye Ghana mai adehye makomako ensia the big six ejina ye konkoden ade ani aden epre oman Ghana nkankro ne mpuntuo na yenya yemfa ahode adi free kwasikɔkɔ broni ensam na kyesa yade ho no mampani akasa se yenka ye hummom na enhyehyɛ ya abrofo obefa oman Ghana no mum adi gugu akwamu sa wodi bu oman no yebetimi asakram ni ade ho ni nyina ne se raw materials anke di free oman Ghana ekwa ma no ne no yebesesam na afa yenso yetimi produce na ninti utimi se Ghana me mampani ahyase aninti ena one district one factory utimi se mampani de ba na ode hyehyɛ pa egu akwamu ana yehwe ni mu se orakisi ejaben the special prosecutor mampani be mene saye said ye mrahye bidwafo gina tumu no na afa wa hyase edi ni dwuma na wode aboa said ye be ya keta asehye ane proye ye betime tu ase ewo man Ghana mu na man Ghana etimi afa ne ntoma pa fra menu mienu si etimi tu keta asehye ane proye ase a man no betimi akonanim sa na mampani hwehwe na begina menu mienu so yese baako so redura ya na ehu enu nti menu mienu se baako ra na baako so de nsa akata ho se de be ya emframa na ebo a enhu aduro no nko na etimi aboa nti mampani ya no oye na famu de na me no so so mamba panso sane be ya famu de ade aboa ama o man Ghana akonanim ni etimi akon atu kata asehye ene proye ase ese menu mienu na yebetu anamon unim sa o man Ghana enema pinu anampedifo digu akwamu se betimi akoyanim na enhyehyɛ ya aban digu akwamu ebewie yi a ese menu mienu se betimi akon akoyanim eni ti koso adani antena obra ohene bada na asiedu ene mpedifo eye ntutue ene NPP mpedifo behu won ene enhyehyɛ egu akwamu nyina so bɛte ewo Wontumi TV Wontumi radio nemo me kan formal se GP1 herbal mixture eye dro nwaso bi abadwa so na no kore ni dwuma ediedie eye nwanwaso manfo di adanse se unya bia eye immune booster be boost immune system no amonya hoode agina wona so na akureti agade wa hodo se ebe cleanse body no ohru nipaduanum ebe nipaduani nya hoode gina ne na so se ebo prostate na etimi nya hoode egina ne na so na afenso no arthritis supporto ema ne nyina konkan bomodin sa won sabe kan bie na etimi asiesie o GP1 herbal mixture ubenya bi ewo emiahodo atunton eno nyina na wonso watimi di akon atunyado ahodo ase kumasia ubehu enkran ena afe amanane nso wo miahodo pi no a ya obenya wonum bomaden sa ubetimi abawura bebi a yeton aduro biada leading pharmaceutical shops ni na no na akwa akope bi na wato na de akon atunya no ahodo nyina no ase me kamfo Ghana Bam amaw se Ghana Bam eye adura aba na manfo di wa danse se osasa bro no ana se waposo Ghana Bam beboa se bi akata bi na achewa odi atibi te kakra na efatu nso hyem ne punu se de kane na ya nananum punu no wei Ghana Bam ya ne ankase bi bidro eno aye no se bam no na odi gu nsuom na se upunu a eboa oni padua emaniam nyina atimi ekonkan na afe nyado ahodo ni nyina ase etu waposo be ya odin na afe nso no honam dua na sisi ho so na niam nyina atimi akoso ubenya bi ewo Misty Heba Colina Heba Ferdinand Heba na afe Blessed Record Daniel Heba Apidan Heba fe Sam and Co Heba ubenya bi ato ne miahodo ya wotonton abibidro nyina no fra 0244 754380 and 0244 727028 na wonso kwadibi na fasiesie unipadua na niam nyina enko enkan ema me kan forma say unya bia ebesiesie Faith Homeopathic Clinic and me kan fo ede ma ona no pay say yewani ena ye ya ena na che say glaucoma obetu ase stroke ya de and trance ema stroke enche wonka dem dabi obra Faith Homeopathic Clinic ewo honom say STD ennamun san yade no a eno so ebetu ase ama na niam nyina konkan menstrual pains ebetime etu ase ama na afi emma no yenuanu ma no fibroid yade ena hawa say bia wuntumi ngo wo ye oba ye fra uboni wo be ma na se fra krawa momode so obekọ Faith nchen na wonum aboa kumasia ahenema kokoben ena wo enkran so tuom ena owo afi Western region Bogo so ena abehu wonum a obaboa na nso wanya ba watimi atunya do ahodo nyina ase 0244583859 na 0275969414 ena wonsaka wonum ewa homa iso a obetimi abo mani nyina atimi akọ enkan na wonso nyema atimi asisi ho so amawo Victory Garlic Mixture ena mekan forma na Victory Garlic Mixture eyadura eba ye manfo di adanse kanfo se eduro nwanso bi aba ye de garlic ena aye na garlic idea ye no nso no ye adwuma nwanso di se onum asiesie ema moja di afurusani yie ewo nipaduam ema niema konkan fitness level no ekosro niema timi tuto yie eboaw afe honam duamu niema nyina konkan ma Misty Heba na obenya bi ato Habme Heba KNG afe Chris K ubenya bi ho Apidank enso ubenya bi ene baabi a yeton abibduro nyina da ubenya bi enkan obi e honum kumase obi fra 1020 1293 na 0242 545633 na wajewso omo ene enro a na se nyimaku a omo ekura yasene ene nyimaku awodo pi no aka ho bia abrepam yade wonum nsam ebebreo na aha aye Wontumi 101.3 radio na afi Wontumi television ene said ye di nkabo mamane no NPP amayokio AD 29 years no Wontumi TV ani Wontumi radio ye twa mfoni ade a kyerɛw baabi a wo bia ne nti de enya ne so bechi mu radio ana so television no ade atu Wontumi na de bekoso bia no so Wontumi ankonkran ho a ene coronavirus nti social distance ne ye adwuma eba ne haw ebetwa mfoni ni na kyerɛw ensɛm ampanimfo bɛka dwumadie no de bekoso bia no wodi wani behu na wonso wodi adanse na niema timi akoso wonso de hu hyɛm bi ɛwɔ baabi a wo bia na niema timi akoyie ama yenim sɛ ɛyɛ saglami ensensɛm sɛde anim sɛnkran adansie sɛde man Ghana aban hyehyɛ a wɔde isi adan empem enum ade amadwumefo man Ghana de hye nanso ewi ase na dwumadie no ɛho nsensɛm akoyɛ pii botaya na nkesi man Ghana aban ni so no eniema ɛyɛ adane na sika no dwumadie pɔkyɛ wo sɛ die no entibia nkodi ni saa afe empenfo se wachichem ama enei akoba se empenfo ye nhwehwemu a ama aban lawyer pani wode akwakoda court nei ora yiti mensa inoktai mensa e de abetu dwa kire se Sami Jemfi NDC amayoko nkutawudie bofotene nsema ode aba betu dwa kire se wo mu chichemu eye ni phases phase 1 phase 2 ane ne nkeka ho no ente sa na mom na bom ye wo sa oye contract no nanso Ora Collins Dauda the then minister for housing anama wo tu ye no amfamra kwan so ene nti nei court ebe decide na wahwe ehon sansam no right mensa kire se Sami Jemfi nsam a woka no enya no kre ente sa na me kai wo se coronavirus amani mu so edi ntintiman say delta no akeka no ho ama etretre ntre ha na yadie apomdimo animdifo akirechirem mampani akasa na se yebetimi atoa etu ase na oman ga na konanim a na ejina menu mienu so edie na menu mienu ye woye niema ye woye ne se yebetu na monsronko bi se protocols ampanifo die gu akwamu no yebetumi yedi so ne yede hihye egu akwamu na afi obehya mask social distance no be ye adwuma yebe horo yensa ne yiso hand sanitizers ede ahohoro yensa ede afepa yensa na niema atimi akoso se observe sa niema we ya beboa ama yade no eso ate ne atumi akoyanim na se amane sa yade no ase etre Ghana Air Service Dr. Patrick Kuma Boaje enra wa kirechire mo kire se yade no tre ama voter region Bono East ena afi Bono regional na nkenim se bia ho kra de yade no empeja animu sa wo ho no enei eje ntre ha ama de free 16 no from 1st July ebesi sabri akọ over 530 something kra ye kire se yade no di ntintiman ekonanim amani mu so ni nyina gina social distance a yenye ye observe protocols a yemfa nya adwuma no eno na ema ne konanim se yie eni nti se wo yo mamba pa na wo be yiya se betu anamon na o man ga na be konanim ye timi ade ye ho sika ye de be kra nuro e de abewo mpane sika ye de be sanya de wei ye betimi de ayempuntunwuma ama menu mienu ya se tiremu niema akonkan se de aban egusu ye na fam de aboa no eye menu mienu asede se yo o mamba pa ne de ibetutu anomompa ede aboa mo man ga na atumi akonanim no man ga na be konanim a enya oba akofo ejina menu mienu so eni nti ena wose yesesan adwen ewe adwuma bia yedie bia mu niema atumi eko enkan me ka wose ka New Patriotic Party a ede adwen na ba utim obetimi aka se New Patriotic Party ahosuo no eye wiem ye blue eye kokko ena afi eye fita na osono ebibre mu sono edamu ye elephant na amyoku a yenim se mampani dada John Ejekum Kofo so ena eba abamu 2001 bedi o my Ghana so yehu mpuntunyuma ekoso eniema pa ekoso omanfo asetenam yedie niema ekoso said 1992 already boahin edi amyoku no anim abe pray o my Ghana konwa kese nanso anya yie na to aso a 2001 said 2000 Ghana ma de hye koto aba na mampani dada John Ejekum Kofo ebedi nkunim 2000 numu na osa ye 2001 shasia ade call na wie ye 2008 na chese 2009 mu ode na mamu eba na wie ye no ye nimpuntunwuma ekoso sa na enim mampani na nado danko Akufo-Addo from 2006 ebei first term empuntunwuma ekoso o man Ghana nhihye pa ye egu akwamu sa o man no betimi akonanim na this political party New Patriotic Party enya 29 years na 29 years no ene mpenfo bebu nkonta ene wo betwa mfoni amayokuo no dwuma wadie nhihye ye siwani so de bebo man Ghana dodo no adi adanse se abre bia man Ghana abekọ nanim no na ye New Patriotic Party ene tie konwa so abri biara manfo asekyerɛ mu niema bɛkɔ nkan no na the New Patriotic Party ɛna ɛte akonnwa so ɛdeɛn na da nso a ɛma amanyɔkuo yi ba akonnwa so a ɔman Ghana de hyeɛ atadwifo wɔ ayɛte dɛ asekyerɛ mu niema kɔ yie adwumayɛfoɔ ani gye na afei deɛ yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ coronavirus ɛba yɛyi wiase amaaman nyinaa nam haw ne amanneɛ mu wiase amaaman nyinaa no sikasɛm economy no ayɛ den nanso sɛdeɛ etie bia no mpanimfoɔ gu so ɛyɛ ntutuɛ a woyɛ ɔman Ghana empo akɔ anim ɛwɔ economy nim yɛ progress ɛna fam nanso mpanimfoɔ gu so a wɔyɛ bi ɛde aboa ama sikasɛm agyina ne nan so yɛyi ɛkyerɛ nimdeɛ ane ntutuɛ pa adwen pa mpanimfoɔ ɛwɔ de ma ɔman no ɛne nti kɔso anani yɛntena sɛ ɔman Ghana ɔman ba pa wafam deɛ bɛn ɛna wobɛyɛ ɛde aboa sɛ ɔman ba pa wafam deɛ bɛn ɛna wobɛyɛ ɛde aboa ama ɔman Ghana atimi akɔ nkan sɛ mampani hyehyɛ sɛ yɛntu katasehyɛ ɛne prɔyɛ ase na wo mpɛsua a wowɔ soɔ no wo nso wonya wadwen sɛ wobɛboa a ɔko no mu yɛ den nanso mehyɛ wo bɔ sɛ mampani sɛdeɛ n'ani asi abere na sɛ special prosecutor ɛbɛsuayɛ no na osuae wie a woyɛ aban dwumayɛni woyɛ ankorankora mpo na wo dwumadie mu katasehyɛ ɛne prɔyɛ ɛdi ntintiman a na wayɛ ahwɛyie san sɛ mmara no ɛnnyae wo ɔmampani ani suade hu no nti ɛna wayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ate asoɛeɛ a ne botaa nyinaa ne sɛ yɛbɛboa ne yɛtumi etu efi ase na woyɛ ɔman ba pa na wodidi na wototwene abɔnten ne ɛkɔka na ɛkɔyɛ atanie woyɛ ɔman ba pa na wotu nwura gu basabasa wotu nwura gu gatam omfa ma waste management companies a wo mo sesa kɔ no na sɛ woma gata ne mu choki na nsuo tɔ na eyiri a ɛno no yɛmfa so boɔ mma ɛmmo aban na mmom yɛnia nkasa yɛn ho anamo a yɛtuo ɛnhyehyɛ a yɛyɛ no ɛwɔ nsunsuansoɔ ɛwɔ man no so sɛ nsuo yiri a ɛde ɔhaw ba sika nkɔma no yɛbɛtumi de ayɛ gyapadeɛ bi no na wɔ sɛ yɛde kɔboa ɛsɔ saa haw no ano ɛno nti yɛn dwuma yɛanam ahodoɔ yɛ a yɛtuo no ɛno nso ɛwɔ nsunsuansoɔ sɛ woosiw dan woosiw fie na wokɔsi de si nsuom waterlock area na nsuo yiri a ɛnyɛ dani a nsuo no bɛyiri afa wo ɛduru so a yɛto nsa de fra ban na wɔ sɛ nadmo ɛbɛ mu bi sika nkɛde bɛyɛ gyapadeɛ ahodoɔ no na wɔ sɛ yɛde ba ne ɛbɛboa wo na ofiri saa ahohiahia nim yɛn nyinaa yɛ adeɛ di ɔman ni nya ɛdeɛ ɔman no ɛfa tete ne ahohiahia mu endi sɛ woyɛ ɔman ba pa a yɛyi ɛyɛ nhyehyɛ yɛyi ɛyɛ anamɔ a wɔsɔ wotuo na wode boa sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛyɛ wafam deɛ sɛ ɔman ba pa na ɔman Ghana atumi akɔ n'anim tu anamɔ sɛ ɔman ba pa tu anamɔ sɛ ɔman Ghana de hyia a w'ani abere sɛ wobɛma wo man akɔ n'anim na ɔman no bɛyɛ yie a ɛnyɛ nipa baako so ɛgyina me no mmienu so si nyinaa bɛyɛ wafam deɛ ɛde aboa adwuma a wowɔ mu a woyɛ biara no yɛ na yɛ ne yie na ɛno nso ɛyɛ nyamesu a wobɛda no adie adwuma bi a woyɛ biara da deɛ wɔdi dwa ɛnam nyamesu kwan so okuani ɛyɛ na fam deɛ office dwumayɛni wo nso woyɛ wafam deɛ a ɛno ne adeɛ a ɛboa ama ɔman Ghana ɛkɔ nkan ɛne nti yɛkae wo sɛ ɔman no ɛyɛ ɔman kyekyereyɛ ɔbaako redura yɛ na ehu emum dodoɔ wonsom wɔ ne nipa ɛne nti ɛna bra no yɛtena se na yɛkasa yɛtufo ne yɛkyerɛkyerɛ na morning show ibre duru so a mpanyinfoɔ bɛsi nkonnwa na wɔtoato adwen na wɔde yie tu yie ɛne nti ɛnɛ kɔsoa na ne yɛntena yɛbɛtwa mfoni pii no ade akyerɛw ahene ba nana esi edu ɛne abadwafo nyinaa ɛwɔ nkran ɛnɛ ɛyɛ da soronko sɛdeɛ meka ɛde kyerɛwo na mpanyinfoɔ bɛba na fe mfoni ya yetwa ede akyerɛ mo mfa New Patriotic Party 29 years ya wodi ene de wiase afa na nyina ani je sonko ene wo ho ɔman Ghana ebetumi akɔ nanim na ebekɔ nanim a ejina me no mie no so Ghana men baby aduro no yɛte asi ɔkwampa so sɛ abampapa ɛwɔ akonya so na ɔbɛboa yɛn NPP
Kuno party no eye ebo ne chidom se omanfo gyew so na yato aba pesa de ma no nya fie nan biwa ye woni e wa santima mu hanom no emi se adwuma no ye ba bia de na nso sebe penisi obi osu na niwa tie edi nkomo wa ha die mimu sa se ye na ye nhwe no mu
want to complete the maternal children and mother and child hospital work for not to want to build the teaching hospital or tech and the whole crown and the free maybe new vice chancellor Bana Wabano because ceremony nubium and I feel the development of the resources gold fields is now Ashanti gold fields Anglo Gold Ashanti is developing and the expansion of the mine will be back we're looking at a big development in that.
So NPP Kuno party no eye ebo ne chidom se omanfo gyew so na yato aba pesa de ma no nya fie nan biwa ye woni e wa santima mu hanom no emi se adwuma no ye ne bia de
wan heda amodwa kese ama party ma emfri mantama hodo nyina se omehia na onhye safa anase enfie aduonu enkuna wotintim party esi wo no woni saa edan nemom amamre ne amane bekoso hye kakra ebekoso ye hwese party mpanifo ahodo no ebeba mampanin na bediche ebeba na afi enkasaye anase nisode hunu a ewo ho ma amanyukore nkanka emu emabunu ye kwaye nim ni fie aka edi anim no fa ompese omu ede fa ekro eno ena ma anope Wontumi radio ene Wontumi TV ye morning show the privilege on Wontumi morning show no ye kukuru ede abesi enkran asalam down NPP amanyuko no atena ye kese se ye ne mu ebedi nkomo ede free hanum anope adwumade ne ekọ na wie ya de bekoso 29 years anniversary in the minano and also ebe live on Wontumi TV and afi Wontumi radio obetuma join us on Facebook Wontumi TV Facebook no Wontumi TV na fe enyumre no online kopim no nsia ejumadi a ye die Talk Ghana agenda 2024 and also enkranhaya na ye di be free e di abrema kira nyame adoma anopa ene enyumre ejumadi no so saa na ye beye no ye di ejumadi na ampanifo ahodo beba na enu mabonkomo na anopai de mayen ne se pani bia akonya bebem amana betraman mu amini bidin komo no be ma na kire ekwan a efa so a obeye the New Patriotic Party member die no hunu ye ono ara de ne hokọ ye obi ene di hu nkomo kire no de be npo ene si ye a e ma na gitum se enei if you are talking about the political party ewo omamu a he or she want to belong to the New Patriotic Party, the red, white and blue colors of the party. Na yesha sie edi enkomo no itira ye yesi ofie eni fie enti yasantememu na yeshe enkomo twetwe no ase afri onomnyamfo akwasi kunadu mahye bedwani ewo abusuafo a nasa adehia omuwo menhia etifi abato mpesua so that is menhia north menene be akwahye enkomo twetwe na se na ya dikan akọ yanim ewo saa akwan so honorable match
ameju so ebumilia
na apom
jana do mo bohu ntia ho ye
ye won kare na musa se watum kra ko fie fie busuafo nyina ho ye
ma me fa akwanya so na menhia no ofofo nyina na mechia menhia no ofo na eja mechia de hye wo ho me party mpanyimfo ho menhia santiman party mpanyimfo na party wasem ne ebeka iti ehu ya se wona waboa kra party na ma bedu na yeso ya benefit from the party ye den chia momo na mechia na nan mahimfo so nyina amoni matontwa mzo me free oba ye nche but da bia no pa bia me so ya I make it a point say matontwa akwa me mpasua so na mahunu niema esi endesuo mu na de bitima ya fa ho ye koye ni se bibia nsia na de rade ase na yɛ nsusu yɛ pa ne nhyehyɛeɛ a yɛayɛ adwene sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛhyehyɛ ne yɛboa yɛ nnua no mu akɛndeɛ som mu yi mu no yɛtumi ayɛ na ayɛ yie tumi na ɔmadi nkɔmmɔ anɔpɛ yi ɛnkyɛ biara so na mesɛ ɛkɔ akyire na agya yɛne ɔma akɔ akɔto kɛsɛ na nneɛma a yɛahyehyɛ de asie no so yɛtumi ayi akɔ nti meto nkra so obiara ho yɛ ɔhene obiara ho yɛ adwumadi a ɔmu di wɔ m'akyi no so no m'ani gye ho nti ma memfa aseda ma me constituency executives Chamopon Secretary Tony ɔno de ɔse nsɛmbɔ ne timi no and at every point in time wokɔ ɔsɔ yɛ deputy MP ɛno so megye tom sɛbi wɔ mpanyimfoɔ saa titire na ɔmo de ɔsompa ɛsom party no a ɛna megye di sɛ fata organizer mo Kwame mo ne research and elections agege mo ne first vice chairman Mr. Sapon mo my next to money ade na mekyɛ mpanyimfoɔ no nyinaa wekyɛ wo
nkɔmmɔdidie ɛkɔ so in 1992 yɛte abedwako ana justice anan ɛda no sɛ ɔmo ne ɔmanfoɔ ni nkɔmmɔ yɛnsuasu agye ne yɛnhwɛ ɛkwan a Ghana yɛpɛ sɛ yamamuo no yɛtumi ɛkora no ɛbɛda adi sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ampa multi-party democracy ɛno na Ghanafoɔ dodoɔ na ani ɛbɛgye ho ɛno nti ɛkɔbaa sɛ yɛbɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ na yɛato aba na abatom no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ amanyɔku ɛnum no ɛna nam a ɛde bɛwo Fourth Republic yi na Fourth Republic no yɛ sɛ 1992 no yɛbɛto aba nti yɛte the New Patriotic Party nso so esi hɔnom bɛpɛ sɛ anɔpɛ yi wo ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ na wode yɛ fam what you know about the formation of the party kwan yɛfa so yɛte amanyɔku no answer my bad inti a wokra no who decided say you would want to belong to the New Patriotic Party.
Oh, you know that's so we feel come hina ben I now you are obejase na let me akansi so playing fa so over parties are a war mind Ghana mu ende the one with the best tradition, the rich tradition, any well documented and formative tradition the New Patriotic Party. Because the reason is if we achieve near Remua from the UGCC era, from the Progress Party era, from the Dombo Northern People's Party, any year party someone make a cabo maybe do the Fourth Republic. Because over baby Ghana, even what we term as a civilian rule beyond from the First Republic, we was any truncated, Second Republic not truncated, Third Republic not truncated, any day enter the Fourth Republic. So say your kind way somewhere around 1992, between 91 and 92. And on mining na ye o madwen say beboa. Na yetimi asa akọ kabima minka bi amanyekuo. Ti na obi nya say mpanyimfo betena se. No na wo nsusu pane adwemu pade mo man Ghana no. Otimi bua ka o mo bom. Ene ma mpanyimfo bi ti say Darocha, Ajeni Mboaten, Hackman. Any painful will be an another Danko Kufa, the excellence money a day now, and Kabomu Sonko, Ebeka Ebomu. But you know, once they were here locally doing that, there were people and almost 1 man on it. And almost was a brony friend is at the undercurrent. Because one or one or no day, on Susudie, and no pepper the Baba Buano. And an more no Hanus Wang can say, you won't more much gentleman way. Some person here, Jumano. To Lucania, me it comes as no surprise. So this tradition has survived all these years from the eras from the First Republic. Because I remember maybe CPP would have been says the be and can also let me survive all of these reigns money at them. But the other judge was a nay, I mean, I said there is nothing probably like a CPP because probably they don't even have a representation in terms of parliament. And on one party, my PNs do the same thing. Can be a natural. But this is the only party that has survived almost all the 4 republics, only changing in name and maybe in form, but in the substance and in the fact and in the rich history and culture. It is only the New Patriotic Party that still has what media Barbie doing it. And then I my party munipa dom because you see 29 years and yes small journey. 29 years. You see, Obi Kra wouldn't fear Dionun Chrono. What we say, the Panoso Brabo. And these are the prime times of the person's life. To say, near money formation now, you probably not be able to even survive a decade and even move on to say surviving almost 2-3 decades. Money are there. That has been the history of this party. And it's one thing that we all cherish and we are going to cherish for a very long time to come. I just say be or bad DNA move bass as you should be of a fire call. Said the ano yakano na yenim na yatino. And yes, this is a party that is going to survive because you see, it is dwelled on history. And to say other party just will be a join be on the basis say a brand house so let us all come together. Be near mayor to say the boom form the Congress, you know. But this is a party that has formed itself into an organizational structure. And I met me a man be edu or anybody.
Right, so yentimi mu body na nipa kese kukudama omu edom ho ba for eje party si o yebeka ora aramponsa ora Victor Wusunum Echo Lamtinum Dr. Safo Dunum nipa no edoso would you say nyema na so mu famu ansa na mutimi etintim party no esi honum no ene yehu side na still it is birthing a woman who says to now party.
Oh, yes, but in a different form. You see, you see, in trying to move forward now, and we dwell on that, yet we are building a certain good foundation. Can you know among your semani, you know, no creating a mere almost at you can know sumasi. It's called for one more word because the temerity. On what Saku could do the Bajia what you are home by. I probably feel say the sacrifices that they made, you know. It is not equally so because and neno because and neno. It is an open game that everybody can survive it and be part of it. But so her brana penifo abubo diara mponsamo Dr. Safo Edumo ene lamti money adie na na kakra na yesumase because that brain na near what the military room no they were still together forming the party underground.
Especially I was reading about them and I realized one Alazi Shani Mahama,
yes,
that they was so travel from the northern region and back down meeting
or they be dressed and
transportation and this and are we told the story, the formation of the NPP story, you know? Yet do komo ye ama and name pay woman
probably not so. And yes, sir, because the reason is me jitum say a you know, Yamina born with the Abidun Pempensoya Babitum. I just say maybe part of our history has much more been oral tradition. I just said this is the time for us to have a documented, tentative tradition of our party, naming the contribution of each person. He said, okay, many should say in this party currently, and with the crop of maybe young men and women, people would have known some of these individuals by the works that they did. Unless you get closer to Penyinfo during those days, maybe then they can start naming people and telling us what they did. But I believe, say, we will be saying it in the minds and in the mouth of Omo Kachre, and that probably as oral tradition travels. Because we cannot have it as exact as those that witnessed it. To me, dear Mason say, yes, the struggles of Mpenyinfo should be a guide. Any even in the era that we can openly and openly do our political activity. But bearing in mind, almost struggle media, say, or see a formative way of trying to put our tradition down. Na mantiasie ni suyohunu any company or pepa mpanyimfo ni nya yetimianya because otherwise if we lose sight of these struggles money idea we will take it for granted our history and where we've got into and our present state eba say ye be fa ne say ye kekebi ne eba betu bi emwa eti mpanyimfo no da so wo ho and I'm sure see abahe we would hear how the formative periods ni ye and mpanyimfo bi ni ono ahon fama bi o fa ye emoni ade yan abayi no ye can etia we should put these things down. And interestingly enough we can well document it in the minds of these individuals for us by putting them down either on tapes or in papers such that they be protecting me and this can look in those days and you can travel between Kumasi and Accra probably like 2 times in a day. You don't have a problem. Probably you can travel between the northern region Tifi Mantem even and Kanya once in a day and return. But these people sacrificed all of these things, traveling and being at night. Now, let me tell you an example. Even in my constituency, in those days, so now almost meeting. Meeting during those early days in the late 80s, the early 90s, they were forming a party. No beach na kwano rain. Always so better so obi na see to trade and be am me page omu nyanya den. Anko. But today, and they we openly can even have our meetings on playing fields, have our meetings on corridors, money and so these are the sacrifices these individuals and Penyifo two or more the Maya and the some party did tonight, so this tradition we must know, this history we must be told. 9 years from young we should not take it say, oh, otherwise immediately we lose that focus. This country is doomed, dead and gone forever. Because this is the tradition that can build this country and is building this country. Aside that, young people who all other political parties would only come. Near Baba Sabu boot chance, and then the Diana Nama say, Egua Busium, and some was a fair Diana for family. So that is where our focus, maybe also how do we hold on and cherish this tradition? How do we make sure that this tradition is not adulterated by the modernity of a near maybe any the luxury that we find around ourselves? And when you are here, because you are really here, the luxury we see now around ourselves, money, may infiltrate that of Pepano, and the strength, the eagerness, and the forcefulness that we must carry this tradition along, so that we can also live it richly to a more moderate, and that's why we are doomed.
Right, abusuafo amesa nkan mo say uhwe Wontumi TV and wotie Wontumi Radio 101.3 and I don't pay unusual of us yet program no every Accra Asalam Down NPP's headquarters nina the 29th anniversary of the party and no ehu dwumadie and the abepia dwumadie na be koso nyina no ye kan say ye be bring live mo Wontumi join us on radio and as TV no on Facebook Wontumi TV hoso no obetumi abeka on dwumadie a ekoso bibia e be free ahanom ababia comedy ntino said ye di kan ka say enipa dodo no ya ma ho kwan amomu antimi amebochinku e wo hanom ye betumi e de ho dwumadie ne nkomo nyina e de atom e wo miamia ahodo a mo wo now yenhwe how the NPP has fared in the regions na e wo and it was 16 that time near was 10 the NPP how the party has fared our region one of them in all the elections that we have gone now you have heard the reasons that contribute to the performance of the party.
Can not be fit to be a said your party na kuma
yeah
Asante Mantem now the beer the enclaves of Eastern region more at the Ababa because our party beer no na Brunicans were strongholds baby and who they page but in as much as a party that can govern and rule a country in the the constitution I'm running says it should be a party all regional representation. So even in the formation of the party now, there were people from across the country, every single regional obey together to form the party. But then you be you have a bit to say Santimemo, I want a party now what they can say. And in any case, our Santimemo party, it is not for any reason at all. But it's because we must have a strong backbone. Monamna was say no heba. Nkrabata bebre. But there be a case we children. We children ne boama nkrabata na aka ni nyina adwumadi de ekọ. Eti ya na nyese bia ye can with a luxury. And as ye can say ya santifo na kan for party nti ye can say. But there bremu esa party na chia. E boama nkrabata na aka ni nyina na de. Enya jabie na de e aba. Because you see, some nkrabata na ma sebi emwa. We had all the other regions, and especially in this current Fourth Republic, the party has made tremendous strides in all of these regions. To understand, a move to some areas like even the central region, up until the last election that we had in 2020. I can confidently say it turned out to become one of the strongholds of this party.
Yeah.
Go to the western region. The northern region now, as we speak, the 3 northern regions or 5 northern regions, as we have it now, now has turned out to be a stronghold of this patriotic party. Go to the Volta region. It is a region technically anybody would have said, would it have been possible, but now we have a seat. We have great representation from the Volta region. Go to all of these other regions, there is no one single region in this country not one single region in this country. But like I said, party name it's because this is the only party when you study one of the more money it affects the entirety of the country and every single person in the country. Onye ne se me ya ha na ha na machi bremo wonti ha na me de ma ho den ko ha na me bia enso mu me dodo nti no me nya vote kase nti me ho den ko no, but the party makes a conscious effort when in government and even when not in government to make sure that every single part of this country is covered in programs, activities, and indeed this party would not going forward and knowing that they are free banner segregate the people within. But you see, there be a dano. Yes, we will be in Sawasa. Now, person will say, Wasa. Sebi. They are no and say, no, what Yanipa. But we are not going to do that. This party is faring well, has fared well, and every part of this country. I will not even want to talk about it as in regional basis because in fact, Ghana has one constituency when it comes to national elections, especially in the presidency. So this is one constituency, and this is Ghana. And the party is well represented and well catered for and well admired in all of these parts of this country. This party is not a party that will shun away, say, and everywhere. I remember one of the sitting down with former President Kofi Annan, a part of this country in the Volta region. At it, these Jeep, Land Rover types, next speakers, they go so on. Also, we see from our transit, we did the number. We be seeing one case of moment say, "A down way to Sadaka." It is Sadaka because we have a beer. We free any baby or the anti ababedu and that's an idea. More transit, pete mu onwa. So men won't do the year and can't go and was some party ni person the be form one buy no the be form baby no. It tells you that they had the desire and we still have the desire to move to all of these aspects of this country and make sure that we make the country progress and progress better.
All right. I was for Wontumi 101.3 radio Wontumi TV. Abono ngotwe apa ho meet me nsa. The catcher must say a name what and can a free and cry. A salam down NPP amanyukun watena ye kese eho na dwumadi ye di free air but we busa say adey ni nyina ne say party no amanyukun no anya mfie mako aduonu enkono 29 years na coincidentally ene party no covid no ho nsensem no o mantimi amodwa trada amfa anhye saa afa no anase wanfa ni saa dey nanso so no ye wo ha se di besi wo ha bia no ye betimi e de eho amanebo e de fra nkan cho se party mpanimfo akukudam na omo bafia ha ena no pei na wabeye amamene amane e de edi saa dey yakache mo se ye koso no ene mpanimfo ahodo ebedi nkomo we are live on Facebook Wontumi TV Facebook no eye Wontumi TV enti join ho na nkomoba e koso nyina no yemfa emremo the high fair the red white and blue colors very bright ewa hanam honorable kwasi kunodu member of parliament for mention of and ate say menino edin komo no nyame adom yensa aka kasamafo e de ma the new patriotic party lawyer ya Boaben Asamoah ono ene kasa ema amanyokui na anopai yenko no ho na yeno no so enkodi nkomo na party ma wo ba bia nka mo benya na nka anopai mu nyina mo twa ahyiam e wa salam da nanso so no entimi amane sa no oni mu eni nkomo lawyer martin na pom yenda nyanko adom yenso ye ho ye pa yedase esamo ka ho bi ne ayese a movement of no ye channel for you can see pa mami ni kan buza say anope wo sorry ye na okai ye say enne na party dey siwa ye di the 29th year of the party no na eye wo say dey be na wo sha say o kai party no akomu asa na ebedu sa mpempenso
yeah, that is a more primary.
Just a nyasem ketwa se bobo abo chem. Na afashe me shall see me for mo no ye ye se ne be na otini. nti memfa ne sɛ anɔpa yi deɛ na manidasoɔ no sɛ nyame nyɛ yɛadom na ɛnyɛ fɛ na mewura ha no nhyehyɛeɛ a yɛayɛ ne mo nso motumi atu kwan aba abɛka yɛ ho ne ade mahu sɛ yɛato nsukɔ agu so dada ɛbɛyɛ fɛ nti m'ani agye paa m'ani agye
dwumadie no bɛkɔ sɛn nhyehyɛeɛ no te sɛn
yawo no a yareɛ no a aba no nti no yɛntumi nyɛ biribi a ɛwɔ sɛ nka yɛyɛ ma obiaa ɔka ho biaa yɛduru mpansuo yi nka obɛtumi de ne ho agye na yɛni agye nti ɛbɛkɔ no nsɛnkyerɛfoɔ ne tvfoɔ titiri sɛ bɛyɛ a dɔm no a ɔmo ka yɛn ho a yɛyɛ ɔmo ho akɔ no ɔmo bɛtumi atena akyi na ɔmo ahwɛ bi anaa ɔbɛtumi akura ne phone na wahwɛ bi online nti ne kɛseɛ paa nɔpɛ ne sɛ yɛne nsɛnkyerɛfoɔ ɛna ɛyɛ nhyiamu no ɛne tvfoɔ ɛne adeade na yɛhyɛ ase a yɛbɔ yɛ mpa yɛ wie a yɛmpa nyimfoɔ bi ɔmo da sɛdeɛ nkyekyɛmu afafa bi a ɛwɔ kuo no mu no ɔmo abɛkasa ɛyɛ yɛtitira ne deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔka biribi
national chairman
ɔbɛka biribi na
general secretary
na de yɛnsusie ne nkonta ne nyinaa bɛto yɛma mpanyin anaa deda nkurɔfoɔ no nso ɛbɛkasa na afei titire ne ɔma yɛ mpanyinfoɔ yɛ council of elders nso ɛbɛkasa na afei nso yɛwɔ kuo no kɛseɛ paa kyɛfa wɔ mmarahyɛ bedwam na kwasikura di nkɔmmɔ sɛ ɔno ɔfiri hɔ na ɛbnam yi honorable nti ɔmo nso ɔmo panyin ɔda ɔma no ɛyɛ majority leader ɔmo nso bɛkasa kakra nti ɔmo nyinaa fa na ɛwɔ ekuo no nyinaa no ɛne obiara wɔ nhyɛsodeɛ bi ɔda no wɔ kuo no mu ɛmma me kwan tiawa na wakasa na nkonta kɛseɛ no mmom na bɛgyina yɛ twetwe nipa ni John Board ɛso
lawyer Ababia Samoa, the National Communication Director de ma NPP ɛna yɛne ne di nkɔmmɔ lawyer ma me musa ɛyɛ dɛn na bɛyɛ NPP ni
ɛyɛ dɛn na bɛyɛ NPP ni kyɛ biribi mu kam Ghana deɛ wonya nka yɛwo na yɛ biribi
saa ne nkɔ sɛ yɛ adɛntra
saa ne yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ no na yɛkɔ yɛ nim no na nka ɛba ne saa sɛ ɔman ne mu no sɛ wakasa w'ani fi koraa na wokɔ dɔ sɛ wobɛpɛ baabi agyina wosisi a NPP afa ɛna wobɛgyina ade nti a yɛn yɛwɔ gyidie sɛ NPP brɛboɔ NPP suban NPP mogya NPP susudi nyinaa no ɛsom nipa ɛpɛ sɛ ɛhyɛ nipa ma na nipa hunu sɛ sɛbi ɔno nso ɔhyɛ ne ho ma obetumi aboa ne yɔnko yesu di nyinaa no sɛ bɛyɛ a ankorankora ɛbɛgyina ne nan so yɛbɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ankorankora ɛbɛnya ne fa ahodie ɔnya ne fa ahodie wie ɔbɛnya nimdeɛ na ɔbɛnya saa nimdeɛ no nso no yɛbɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɔbɛtumi de nimdeɛ no ayɛ adwuma asom ne yɔnko na ne yɔnko nso anya nimdeɛ no bie nti fa ahodie ne nkɔsoɔ amamuo saa fa ahodie ne nkɔsoɔ amamuo no akɔ no ɛfisɛ wiase ma obiara ne hɔ pɛ nhyɛsoɔ ɛna nhyɛsoɔ nso no ɛma nipa ɛnhyɛ ma nipa ɛbrabɔ nipa su ɛnnɛ di papa ɛfisɛ yɛahyɛ wo so wontumi nda wo ho di nka deɛ wopɛ sɛ woka wontumi nyɛ deɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ wontumi nkɔ baabi a wopɛ sɛ wokɔ nso nipa deɛ yɛwɔ gyidie bi sɛ ɔma ne fa ahodeɛ na ayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɛto hɔ a wotumi kɔ akɔpem baabi wotumi ba wotumi gyina sei wotumi yɛ sei a ɛno no ɛboa ɛma nipa no ɛda ne suban ankasa a ɛwɔ ne mu no ɛda adi ɛma otumi ɛhyɛ ma na ɛma no ɔbɛhyɛ no watumi de bi nso aboro so ama watumi de bi asom ɛno nti no wosisi NPP a biribiara yɛ wotumi mu no yɛn nhyehyɛeɛ yɛyɛ biara no ɛdɔm no kɛseɛ no a hwɛ biribi te sɛ free SHS yɛanyɛ ne sɛ yɛbɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ bi a ɛbɛdom NPP foɔ ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɛdom Ghana nyinaa hwɛ planting for food and jobs ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ ɛdom akuafoɔ nyinaa cocoa mass spray ne nhyehyɛeɛ ɛyɛ no cocoa mu mass pollination ne adeade ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛdom Ghana foɔ nyinaa NHI akɔfoɔ de baeɛ ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a apɔmuden nhyehyɛeɛ a adom Ghana nyinaa ansa na ɛno bɛba no sɛ wokaekaa hyɛ nkare a mogya bɛtumi anyini ma wawu hospital hwɛ momo interoperability na yɛte asɛsie wobɛtumi akɔ phone so ayi sika firi bank ɛde ama ne obi ɛwɔ ne bank na ɔno nso akɔyi ne wɔ ne phone so wɔ baabi a ɔntu kaa ɔmforo trɔtrɔ ɔnkɔdi line mu ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a adom yɛ nyinaa so nti bere biara no MPP foɔ nhyehyɛeɛ no ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛdom dodoɔ hwɛ abatoɔ mu koraa yɛn yɛ pɛn so a yɛwɔ mu yi ɛyɛ 1992 constitution biribi a yɛka fa abatoɔ ho biara no MPP foɔ deɛ a yɛka no ɛnna ɛma ɛmu da hɔ ɛma ɛdɔm ɛnya kwan ɛtumi ɛkyerɛ wɔn kokomuti mu a hotɔba yɛhyɛ aseɛ ne yɛde opaque ballot box MPP foɔ kaa sɛ kyinkyini yɛnyɛ ID card yɛnyɛ ID card ne wie MPP foɔ ɛkaa sɛ kyinkyini yɛnyɛ coloured ID card yɛnyɛ coloured ID card MPP foɔ kaa sɛ kyinkyini yɛnyɛ transparent ballot box yɛnyɛ transparent ballot box MPP foɔ kaa sɛ kyinkyini yɛnyɛ biometric yɛnyɛ biometric afei yɛtwa mu MPP foɔ kaa sɛ sɛdeɛ tie biara no yɛdeɛ yɛgyina nan so support sɛ register ne yɛ nsa nti covid or no covid electoral commission so ne akokoduro sisa register a aba na yɛto yɛ no emu da hɔ fine fɛfɛɛfɛ nti wohwɛ abatoɔ kɛnam nka bia bebu ne nhyehyɛeɛ no koraa no a MPP foɔ adwuma a yɛayɛ wɔ mu no ɛso kɛseɛ paa nti wobusa me sɛ adɛn na meyɛ MPP ni a memmɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ tumirika na bɛka me ho ɛwɔ MPP mu ɛfiri sɛ MPP ɛyɛ kuo bi a mu hwam ɛyɛ kuo bi a ɛhyɛ nipa animuonyam ɛyɛ kuo bi a ɛhoahoa ankorankorɛ ɛyɛ kuo bi a ɛma kwan ma ɔde ndɛn ɛyɛ kuo bi a wowɔ nimdeɛ bi a ɛbie kwan ma wo so wo nimdeɛ no wode som na wo so woanya wo ho mfasoɔ
under the Fourth Republic mfie dumienu afei mu na gye sɛ ɛkɔ na yɛ mfie dumiɛnsa mampani kufoɔ mfie nwɔtwe another danko akufoɔ de mfie nan a ɔdi kan enya amamu tumi ɛna mfie nan yɛ sa de ama ne bio no wɔtwa mu afei a ne sa the motumi ayɛ no represented a number of years amonya to form government
you want say amamu ye ɛden sɛ obɛgyina ɔna so ayɛ biribi putupuru a prɛko pɛ no bere na ɛde ama wɔn no na ayɛ pɛpɛɛpɛ mɛkyerɛ wo mu biribiara na abɛyɛ naman no ɛte sɛ project ta woyɛ project a wobɛdwene ho conception na afei wapɛ ho akandeɛ ho sika ne adeade na afei wapɛ deɛ ɔbɛyɛ project na ama wo na afei nipa no akɔ site na wakɔyɛ nipa ho adwuma so saa ɛna ɛkyɛ ayɛ biribiara woyɛ a you have to implement it so ɔho ne mekyɛ no nti nneɛma no pii wɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ a ɛnyina yɛ nkoayɛ so nneɛma no pii wɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ a ɛwɔ sɛ kuru foforɔ bi so ba a ɛbɛyɛ dɛ ɛbɛtoa so nti nneɛma no bi wɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ a wohu sɛ afei de yɛfiri amannwonom na asan ayɛ basaa memfa biribi nkyerɛ kufoɔ ɔreba no na ndisifoɔ di mfie nwɔtwe ɛyɛ saa mfie aduonu nkron ndisifoɔ na hyɛ aseɛ na ɔmo di mfie nwɔtwe yɛbɛtoo hipik kufoɔ tumi pagya a yɛfiri hipik mu ɛdane economy no ɛnya fan wɔ meboa ɛma yɛgyina yɛn nan so ansa na wɔrekɔ growth no kɔ 8.5 ansa na yɛfiri ɛnso yɛto aba na NDC foɔ bɛgye yɛ no saa growth no na ɛkɔ soro no ɛne kookoo a ɔde ahoɔden hyɛ mu apagya yɛ no nyinaa ɛyɛkɔ 2016 a ɔmo nsan firi abɛn na atekɔ na growth no san atekɔ koraa yɛsan baayɛ ɛbɛbrɛ yɛ ɛbɛkɔn dum so ɛbɛkɔn ka ɛbɛkɔn nneɛma pii ansa na nnɛ yɛsɛ gyina yɛn nan so a yɛrekɔ yɛn anim ɛno nti woka ne saa deɛ mɛka ne sɛ bere biara ne yɛyɛ ba aban mu a nneɛma a yɛyɛ no yɛnhyehyɛ yɛ no ɛsɔ ani ɛboa dɔm nti sɛ ɛɛfɛ na ɛsɔ ani ne ɛboa dɔm ɛdɔm no nso gye tom a wɔhwɛ ɛso ma ne kɔ akyiri nti biribi te sɛ free SHS sɛ ɛsɔ ani paa ɛno nko koraa na yɛ nkae dum kɛseɛ a nkurɔfoɔ de bɛkae NPP aban a Nana Addo de aba obi te sɛ mobile interoperability ɛsɔ ani paa yɛtumi ayɛ no ayɛ ɛnnɛ wotumi atɔ adeɛ wɔ Ethiopia ɛbɛyɛ kakra no Africa free trade na yɛsan de aba wotumi atɔ adeɛ wɔ Ethiopia atua ka wɔ phone so ama adeɛ no bɛduru Ghana a ɔmmerɛ koraa ɛyi NHI akofoɔ de baayɛ ɛsɔ ani ɛnnɛ yɛafa ne saa kwa so biribi a ɛni hɔ no ansa na ɛbɛba na ɛɛden paa wotumi akɔgyina aspect na sɛbe ɔdɔfo wogya anim no saa ne wawu ɛfiri sɛ yɛde sika a ɔde bɛtua ama yɛahwɛ no ɛnɛ wuyɛ wonte saa ɛnneɛma no bio ɔho ne mekyɛ no ɛnɛ fa wɔ no abɛgyina nti ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ hɔ a ɛkɔ so hwɛ free media kofoɔ ne Nana Addo ɛna pɛ media asɛm pɔ ɔmo yi mmerɛ firi hɔ sɛ so criminal libel ɛnɛ hwɛ media ɛna wobɛhu media dodoɔ bɛba ɛne nnwuma mono ɛyɛ no kora abie ama no aba a nso sɛbi wɔnyɛ bi a wɔyɛ ɛno nso yɛ adeɛ bi a aba a aka so ho na mekyɛ ɛno nti deɛ yɛyɛ biara hwɛ 1D 1F ɛho nsunsuansoɔ ɛbɛyɛ kakra no baabi a wobɛkɔ biara wobɛnya asɔyɛ bi a ɔmo wɔ nhyehyɛeɛ wɔ hɔ a ɔmo so fete biribi wɔ hɔ nom a ɛde nnwuma ba ɛde adwuma ɛde sika ba ɛma mmɛbunu nso tena deɛ saa adwuma no wɔ no ɛhwɛ adwan hɔ ɛma ɔmo msa ama nkran ne kumase no nyɛ ade ɛmɛbrɛ ɛwɔ hɔ pii so nti ɔmo a ɔmo kɔ sukuu sesei no sa ɛbɛduru baabi na ɔmo ara na ɛsan akɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ saa asɔyɛ ahodoɔ no a yɛbibie ne yɛ sakyera Ghana nti bi a nnɛ no bi a na wo papa wo nana ɔda aseɛ kuani a ɛbɛyɛ baabi na wo no wabɛyɛ doctor anaa lawyer anaa professional woyɛ wie nso a wobɛnya adwuma ayɛ a ɛsɛ deɛ wasua no nti yɛsesa Ghana yɛn nnwuma a yɛyɛ no yɛsesa Ghana yɛnwie pɛyɔ ɛden covid bɛteetee yɛn paa nso baabi a yɛbu no yɛnim sɛ yɛayɛ bia mo bɛsɔ mani bɛsɔ a mobɛgye atom a mobɛto ayɛ so ne yɛsan yɛ bi koraa aka ho yɛne da soɔ no sɛ mani bɛsɔ deɛ yɛyɛ no mato ayɛ so wɔ tumi mu ne yɛayɛ bi aka ho
sɛ the new patriotic party bɛnya akonya na wayɛ deɛ ɔyɛ yi a ɛyɛ abatoɔ ne yɛbɛkɔm na Ghanafoɔ de tumi no ahyɛ wɔn nsa akonya mu di kan nyaayɛ under the Fourth Republic no was in 2000 Jay Kufuor former president, a former government on 7 January 2001. Share with us some of the memories prior to election 2000. Then you might say, and then going through election, what you went through before you got political power.
And then the Ghana do.
Ghana do. Sir,
I'm not your breast.
Party money will go home and go home and tear simple.
The woman can be a mamboon and you move the item, the deal, and this how Paul was him go be on over here. Oh, that I'm a moon. Yes, I see I free a brothel. Ebi wɔ bi na ɛkɔyɛ kan kabi ɛma asraafo tu aban no egu yɛ ɔmo nso de etua no nhyɛsoɔ ama mu na ɛbaayɛ ɛno nso ankyɛ ne yɛsan kɔɔ kokoromotie abatoɔ 1969 kokoromotie abatoɔ no a akɔ yie yɛ pɛntɛm na asraafo san de etua no ebetu gu yɛ nso ɔmo de tua no betu gu yɛ no sɛ na ɔmo nhyɛ dɛ ne nhyehyɛ bi bɛsakyera hwee na ɛno nso yɛsan ɛbɔɔ yɛ ho sɛ yɛbɛsan akɔ yɛkyi ne akɔto aba ɛno ne 79 ɛno na yɛfrɛ no Third Republic. So the First Republic ne yɛ 1960 Kwame Nkrumah, Second Republic ne yɛ 1969 na Third Republic ne yɛ 1979 ɛno nso yɛde kokoromotie kɔyɛɛ ɛno nso ankyɛ ɛna sogyafoɔ san de tuo ɛbɛtu gu yɛ ɔmo tuo bɛtu gu yɛ na ɛnyɛ mmerɛ kurom ahye paa etuo amammuo no yɛtena mu mfie du baako a wote hɔ a sɛbi nipa tumi yera na yɛnim sei a obiara tumi ka ma me nkyerɛ no adwene sɛ biribi ɛkɔ so wɔ man mu yi a figure country ne adeɛ wosɔre anɔpa a deɛ yɛbɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ yɛ nna woyɛ yɛbɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ di na wodi wonni ano wonyɛ hwee ɛna ɛno nso yɛti mu ara na 1999 do 1999 na afei de fɛn sɛ 1990 1991 no ne yɛn sɛ daabi yɛbɛsan akɔ yɛn nkyi na yɛakɔto aba yɛduru hɔ no na IMF ɛne World Bank wɔn na ne kɛseɛ paa na wɔn bɛsɔ yɛ sikasɛm mu wɔn ne NDC foɔ saa time na wɔn yɛ PNDC ɛfiri 1983 ba nti 1992 na yɛkɔɔ yɛ no yɛkɔto aba no Rollins no na ɔsan bɛdi yɛ so a na afei deɛ ɔyi pii no afiri abɛyɛ NDC ɛna mfie nwɔtwe no nti kae ho sɛ saa mfie nwɔtwe no 92 to 2000 na yɛto aba no na yɛnyɛ fa ahodi amamu wɔ krataa so nso suban no a
na wɔ
kakra bia akɔwi abɔ ha mu deɛ ɛna mekyɛ no na saa suban no ɛwɔ hɔ nti 1992 to 2000 ne mu nyɛ mmerɛ saa aba yɛtoo no deɛ di kan 92 ni sɛ NPP foɔ yɛkaa sɛ ɔmo sisi yɛn saa bere no ɔmo kyɛm no na ɔmo to ɔmo di kan ne yɛtoo presidential no ya 2 years na otwimi ni ekoto parliament nti ya 2 presidential wi na esi dabi asisie na akoso na ye di ntwo no ya kasi ye san akoto parliament na ne begwu ebese kura so obi ani hɔ a obedi akira akoto amayen abra ye di ntwo presidential ye bonyo so se ekoyie saa be na ne ye di adaka tu kabisi ye di akosi de tunusu ne di akosi de dan no so ya tu fa je se wo ko ana ko di de ye nimpo sa de na wa ko ye de de mo no e do ne ye ko taba be kan no so na yesi yan kokra 92 ya ko parliamentary bi emma yeti abonti nti 92 ba 93 meka 93 ye titreni obey ye titreni echi okurunu darocha bije darocha wa ben papa bije ne beda okura no na bije ye ne se ya ko parliament kura yeshi ye ne omo wa ban mu no eni kita sebe ya o mind bije na na so na ye yi nti ye friends are you know doing business of the NDC nti na ye ni ma se be jefi so ni ene omo dikita na ja ya de ko 96 na fe de ya ka se ya be ko 96 no so ya ko no ya nya kwan nya me ya dom am ye kopi ma se be dwom na e kopi ma se be dwom ye dom kakra bi na na ho na ya no di ema ye so ya sha se ko ya ni ma ti se nyina so no na 1999 2000 enya flabera kufo je kufo 92 no na professor Dubois nyame anya ya do the trade stolen verdict yesisi na 96 yesisi Dubois ye de kufo ba e free big grand alliance and also ko ya anyi rollins ya na senya na ho na jama 8 years ashase na ba ashase efise na de ye tete se dominance ye mpe ho asem papa we bobo mumian obi de di mfrenu a malili ni mfrenu na ko bi kwai bi o ko tele fi se menya mesaba bia ti mane nko nti edom ni bebre fa ne se be ya ono obedi ni brewie no akontina na decision ye di nkuni nti 2000 ne de nyame ye ya do na kofo ba kofo ansa na kofo be ba ne se de make na sa suban no o ho da economy no nyame ni ni chese na ebia inflation ni na ya se kitwa na economy na tete kura na me ko hepic no ma ya ba kofo ba ye na fe nsachiraye aba suban nti emusha asie bi ya ka maminka bi no ya hia asie ti asie so se ya nya fa ahodie na kofo nso ya de mpre no so eche no onya na mfie nwotwe na mfie nwotwe na chi no na menim se Ghana fo no ya yo madwen se saa na ti a mabupa de baaye nsachira ya de baaye sebe fitafo ne wo kwan ho na bank ebe ma obosi e fo ma de bosi na krom adwopa enso Ghana forecast say if you want to abenti yes achire mu no mo dane no chese e copy NDC nyina yi hu ba NDC die fa sebe tie duanan kwaye mu nantie kwawe so e 1990 mo afedie yesan ba 2017 ekoto ba 2016 san ba 2017 yen ye wogidie se ye ba ye de trek bi ma me kabini ye de trek fa ahodie no ne yesi afa na nyina obi ha se Ghana dwopa so te Ghana obi timi ma ha ye shi te se de jama ejabia tom ha so omom tia bontini nyina hu ekwan ye di ma ne faswa on wogidie pa se e ma no muju se ye so obi aso ye yamamu no se de meka ye so obi aso ye pese ankra epeje mo no mbin den na ne makoyi nti ne no ubusa ya amammu no suban ewo ho ne no eni die ne wo ho ansa ye ba 2000 ebo bra kra sabre no na fa ho die ni nhyede ni sabre no na ye kai kasa bo ahye ye nso enne ye si ye ho so a ye de ye ho obi atimi eka eye
mfie nwotwe a ehya ase mampeni dada Jerry John Rawlings may his soul rest in peace na breso twa ne mfie nwotwe na man ye se onko na aban foforo emra no ha NPP in 2008 elections na
ekwan bi so no
be ye se Ghana for twa sabia to say saa na ye be ye amamutumi de mama nuku ana
kwa bi so no ebinom se saa na aba kwa bi so no nso no ebinom so se eboa yen se ya nto aso efenke to aso nke bi e be ya hantan ni ya adwendwe nkrofo de baba enne no de yen ye hu se sebe Ghana yakwa ba ni ma bia ni esuru no amasa edi kan ni esuru se ya ma papa no ya mpra na chi a oba be ha adwen nti ye to oba mfie nwotwuma ya pra na chi okọ na esuru fufuro wo ho ne se anhwe obi wo kora o to oba ne tia no a oba ka se mempene musa biblim ha bi wo ho saa obi wo ho a ne bere be so a no akomra hye bedwam wo akosi samra no wo asan atena akonwa no so ewiasi afa na biblim ha taasi nya Ghana ha na biblim ha taasi se emrapo no obi ho ne bere be so a ne 4 years be so a na o de ko o se o munsa kire mu na munsa ma me mfie 9 kan ho na mfie nwotwe kan ho dina eno nso suro bi wo ho se ye kwoto aba na anhwe a obi be so de gina se me de mo nkosi samra na me ntena so nche na me ndi akonwa no ti se ohene eno so amasa ena na suro bi wo ho se ye dane no a anhwe a se bi o mo mfiri tumi mu no se bi mo mu ndi be ye o mo na suro kakra o mo afam se watena tumi mu ache no adwenbɔne aba nkrofo tim se ofiri ho na tumi ne mbɔ ho banya asembeto eno so saa suro no afiri ho ese ne akɔ aba ne nyina de tim ayi mu a bɔne bia ento ye yabe ye emra man so atiase nti ne no mfa so aye NPP for ye nya ne se saa suro nyina afiri ho ena ya so ansa ne ya so nsuo Ghana fo ahu de NPP fo betimi aye Ghana fo ahu de NDC fo ebetimi aye nti ye no NPP fo ne wogidie bi se Ghana fo ada oma de mabwa ye metimi aye no saa niema na aye no edum Ghana fo dodo no aye papa ma Ghana fo dodo no eno mo fa ho adwen na nko mo fa saa mfie nwotwesem no nto nche na wo mo nto aba nto NPP so efse NPP to aso a adwuma kofo ye adwuma na na do ye no saa adwuma no na de de ne ba no wo be hyem kina na wasan de ne mafufuro bi abeka ho abema emu pikura chen kane no na ma impuntuo ne nkoso no aye ntoaso enti na ne afana ye hye no hwa ye see stability, prosperity and continuity.
Stability, prosperity and continuity.
A tradition for stability, prosperity and continuity. Like I say, yen yabakosem any ye gidie nyina na kire se ye pese man ni gina asomdwem ni afebo. Etoso de man ni gina no ye penhihye ya edifa hodie ni bepeja botom sem ebeba na sebe wonso wanya wo ho na wo yonko so nya ne ho na se saa ne man nyina ekoso de na wonya wo ho de a na wo se yetoa so ahonya no a ye fe no na wo se yetoa so na wo yonko so nya bie se ekoso saa de ade de wo se yesem nti nenne no ye hye fan no ye kase ye we are a tradition for stability, prosperity and continuity.
Lawyer Yaboabian Samoa is the communication director of the New Patriotic Party. Salam down NPP party headquarters and our TNK Efrino. Lawyer, before Semeja Kwana was sorry, share with me your greatest moment in the party, this 29 years journey. And I said, when you just feel so proud as a member of the New Patriotic Party and the bad days.
We have to talk about you.
I don't know, it's a bad day when he lost as the general secretary, aspirant Kumasi Sports Stadium.
I don't know to talk about it. I said, say, Busawa, who say, whoa, Chefa, I want 90 in the air. And now, a cooling, Mimi Yank, make us say, yes, you're cooling.
Mammy, cooling,
right? The cooling in an. They see me pa 2008 Abanwa a 3 years
when you lost political power.
Yes, a shame. Just a na a quanya yes na ye kono sabre ni yetwa so ganye sene ye wo be ya yes an ko ye chia ko hihye na fufu na ye si dan abodo sanya ye to so asia nka ka beto so aye fe pa nti e hono ha me pi ha na anigye bi nso wɔ hɔ a Ghana for say nya gidie nanado wampa aba ɔkɔɔso a afei de nkunimdie ɛbɛyɛ yɛdia ɛfisɛ saa bere na nanado di nkunim na NDC for embe o ma dwen kura se o bedi nkugu from nim so o mo to so wa hwe campion ye hwi kasa do ma gabi a kire yi no o mu nim so ma wie bibia yi hia so o ma kura kire yi o mu aban mu be to ma nim pre no so akoyi mfie mo to ma ni ade ntina enidaso e wo fom to nyame ato yensa kan efisi yensa kan no saa bere no so no adwuma ya ye no a kire ese fata se eye papa na Ghana for eye the saa pen so
lawyer ya wabe asamoa eno la medasa no pay is the National Communication Director of the New Patriotic Party. I Wontumi 1013 Wontumi TV. Assalam down NPP's party headquarters.
Welcome.
It's all because of the 29th anniversary celebration of the New Patriotic Party. Na mamintu fa na minkusi yendi na yeni enkomo ewo honom. Abusianfo Wontumi 101.3 na yeko yendi no. Who else? And I'm going to go to and my shebe Genia party money any gidie wonimu na omudinu ko gina enfie no any edumu abano se ono ma prem ra shebe dwa no emfama amanyoku no na ono bia se openia ono bo mampenda da gina jekum kufo chibom ma omo pra ma Wontumi in the year 2000 na sinu ba ene ono na be yem ra shebe dwani na me follow me on Facebook and post you say yendi to the world, taking yendi to the next level. Na me name be different komo. Honorable Farouk. Not me sure about me who the next time pacho. I promise to say. I promise. Ede nyankopon ase. Anope we sorry I woka say party no enya 29 years. Na ye kan party na bakosa mo your father, your late father, and the intimate Muda say under the Fourth Republic, Nippon, you know, Mudi partner, name J. I'm a move to me, my party, no, Mampenda, J. Kufo, and your father as the vice president. Now, how was the feeling?
Just said President Kufo, the Papa, on the Democrat College, even before Papa, your president. Until President Kufo, you'll be out here, party, amenable from your Papa, Dubai. Ejuma mu ye nkola ye titamale enyumre bia na edubo ahe obatamale bam papa na also ye no body oni ala lasa no mentumi anya de amfa party na nkode sefata ana nyame de nana president akufo president kufo ebae enem papa ana megidi se 2000 ohwe a modern boy nyina ye boy nkola mpenyimfo mabunu NPP nyina e de party ne ba power in 2000 ohwe omo ye juma de sefata legacies no how will be able to me for another 8 years. You struggled 2018 and me winning Nanado still a push here. You were president of the republic Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo how your president only Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia we share juma mo ya obi ehu te sefata no de ye nyina ye bomb price say you bet me break it and am gidi say president Akufo-Addo you be an or your party mumabunu from organizer to where you be managing do until when you say president you be over here the sefata it may break it so that legacy will be there for the whole people of Ghana to know say NPP is really a party for development and the 29th birthday no ngofo bebre abrama party from PD Jarocha James Ejenim nimpenyi fo bebre omowu akọ e bompa say omunyira nkra nhye na party ni nyina bebu ye ho na yado ye ho na nyame e de ode abema after Nanado no nyina ye na som na ye na boejuma
the sacrifice of papa and the lives omo ye ama ne partner be do some pempenso. Do you see that in that spirit within the youth of the NPP today?
Yes, there's that spirit. We sure say youth of the party. We sure Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo the president of Nyina. Omo appointments into the government have given reason for us to nim say Ochinebe youth ngofo bebre wa mo deputy ministers and ministers. I just say youth no president will be a say youth be him. Even just last week our parliament mid-year review president day that 1 million Ghana jobs out beba for the youth for the next 4 years. Juma president and ama yina ni aje because youth no am the center and also will be a onim say obeko aja bibi no into youth employment very very critical and I'm saying Nanado so will be a why and on the near bria at least after the 4 years that 1 million jobs a bit more secure.
No, one also. Why did you decide to go to parliament?
So it was politics now. Me bojamo. 77. Menana Morigala, no Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Yeah.
As I say, Minister for Trade and Industry. And as I say, the founder of PMP in 79. Now on the flag bearer for PMP. And I'm disqualified. Dr. Liman Baye. Into sure that me papa no. And I'm papa so be the vice president for 8 years. The papa so ye juma boa party no from 92 to now. And a true campaign yama president Dr. Baumiana Nyamiche friend onko. Inti osha obi aso brema na chie yi. Inti me fa size to me say me papa so buy wo me mu. Me obi a metima ye bibia boa ama party ama me yendi. Inti na me decide say me so me contest. And obi ehu say juma na been before me MP juma ma ye me MP astre juma me. Inti no politics ain't me free me mojom da.
Right. A new entrant, I feel no call parliament for parliament. We also come no 7 parliament here. The 7 parliament and NPP were absolute majority. ABS will be company. Wow, you may be a mood in the end sometime. Your presence our parliament but always you are seen back home at the constituency.
Yes.
You also have time for them, interacting with them. How are you combining these two responsibilities? Being at the parliament, actively performing your responsibilities there. Now if you also have and so I am to tear
I sure I said parliament Yamina she said democracy there. Yamina Amaya 138 and then this is 137. The GD said Yamich said irrespective of our political with name a bit Macabo, my age, Mama Ghana. Into parliament tight. Let me know because I passes here per the president by or Baba Toy already. Into parliament is very tight. Using parliament responsibility and also using opportunity to go back. And you're very tight by a band day. The two Obama will say Jumana Jumama on call for no party. You ain't been complaining.
Oh, Medasa
Honorable
Ali Farouk Muhammad, Yendi Mrasebijani, the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and Otese on also Yenino Eddie and Common Wontumi 101.3 Radio Wontumi TV on Facebook. Wontumi TV. Makacho say NPP enya infi edunonko 29 years and no ehu dwumadi na amaye free asoko kumase abepiem asalam down Accra na NPP headquarters yewo na dwumadi a ekoso anum eho amane bo ho hyehyɛ nyina no ye de brew ewo baabi a wote nka bia enne dwumadi no asem ode atuturu nyina say o say a tradition for stability, prosperity and continuity. NPP at 29 na mamensa nkokumase na nkopim ewo tafo na mene masebedwani a owo tafo pankro no yenia Vincent eko asifua enso so empitwe enkomo honorable good morning Major so na
station na we good morning good morning tafo for entrance di marching Major so nya
apomiye
nyame ado na won so
e da nyankopon ase apombo
na se
NPP 29 years.
Yes, we are the party or the new patriotic party, and said yeah anthem city corner. We are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is a winning symbol.
A winning symbol.
We have won to save Ghana. We have won to save Ghana.
Yeah.
Just say winning. I did the
Ghana is winning.
And we share from 1992 on the 24th of June 1992. A year party no. The constitution. You did can't get two. A nipa. Omoko electoral commission. I swear. Eko Tiasika. Edema electoral commission said the new patriotic party is now a full-fledged party. I bet to me ako elections, being it presidential, being it parliamentary. Na no trese. Sisi ano party no abedin. I bet to me a contest every election. Na me no dia me de wom ene se ene NPP at 29, a tradition for stability, prosperity, and continuity. Let me preface say, there's nothing like an unsung hero. Obi biara, Obuaye Eje NPP amanye kwoni si ho. Ukotie sika. Wo sign ye.
Odo ahoden
Buaye. Enne eye woda. Se wote asio. Se wote asio. Kyerɛ mane sɛ wo yire ho de mogya etu ho ebra ho modern de bua NPP amanye kwoni na. We will definitely sink the hymn. So we hymn. Na oba asantimemu a nkofo a samre no omoboa me age NPP amanye kwoni si ho ye John Adekunkufor. In fact, among the 11 he is the only one obianim because he became a president of the republic. But we share Diabomo, I mean a lot. Amu na beje party ni si ho wa asantimemu a trepe face NPP amanye kwoni ya amanye kwa so do cry about for dear ma NPP amanye kwona. Definitely we reward the hard work. And yet asantimemu kwa Greater Accra region, Central region, Western region, Volta region, Central region, now share Northern region, Upper East region, Upper West region. Samanye kwona asa ekwekune wo all the various regions on Boaye. Ema NPP amanye kwo ye gisi hono ye de obi biase. And the 29th birthday or anniversary of the New Patriotic Party. Ye kai sankrofo nyina na ye beje Banganas, a government, a party, wawo aban. Clearly, say from 2001 to 2008, for a period of 8 years, NPP Babemu. And from 2017, SACOSI 2024, NPP Babemu. As far as the Fourth Republic is concerned, in the end, say from 24th June 1992, you party no. We have been in government for almost 16 years, and after 16 years, even though we didn't try 4 years after the year. Now, and for so being a party, we buy, you know, that is my most important commentary. Nano pay, me buy. NPP, I mean, you could buy, you know, a dear boy, pan or man in your film. Potoka said you say a center right party and liberal conservative party and what have you. But Mr. Hussein, you are not and the say you are not for almost any socialist democracy. And the other power of Matimia Yama of my Ghana. Young NPP or Mampani John Adekunkufor Apenso. You say you should cry. You will be for the National Health Insurance Scheme. Yes. On Mampani Kufua pension. You will say you should crown. You will be for the school feeding. Nana at the bank of Kufua and Swaban by you. You will should crown. You will say no child was left behind. Say a baba na the team before because of hunting. Some man telling me about one team in school. NPP buy a be a friend free SHS Yaba. Amen. The poorest of the poor. Omwa said you I could do the power. Now Fibia about 100,000 of them in to school. And we have those people also having the opportunity to also be to go to school. And you know about Otafu constituency. And yet the enemy and papa to be born a share no and Kwana that one to be a doctor. And I said the enemy and papa want to be born or Chinabi on the MP. And I said the enemy and papa want to be China on the president and our minister. The poorest of the poor, as far as Nana the Danko Kufado, a bank air concern city. Once you are Kunya said that you know, once you don't about the penny. We have created an equitable, fair, and just society for every Ghanaian. NPP, I mean, you buy. You mean that time before 1992, you are not teacher training allowance. Yanum for buy almost say, NPP are buying. You try and this is buy on the train. Yes, I buy. Yes, I buy you. Nursing training allowance. You try before even 1992. yanu for ba o betwam NPP aban ba yasa dey yasa dey babio we share national health insurance scheme NDC applying so na service providers a care almost 1.5 years we are not paying service providers and then the NHIS has been robust. One district, one factory.
Yeah.
For yesterday, no Nkrumah time when the free motor we are no permit by me na motor we must be a the mechanic Kwame Nkrumah. There was a leader. I no try as much as possible even after 15 years no. Omo betina ye no be a nchina be dey tie one more.
Yeah.
NPP abamba and then we have over 120 factories that are in place that are in operation. You promise the Ghanaian people say about 275. But say the minimum. Over body this old afwa. Oh your factory will be assassin where factory. What does it? Yeah. So definitely there are some districts you couldn't have done the factories there. But I am so much happy with the government. Say as much as possible. We have 121 of our factories in operation. We tell the Honorable Lanchamatin about Parliament about 2 weeks ago. As I said, Ghana for say, Commander Sugar Factory one. NDC for the dog Ghana for Kakwa. It is a loss to the state, you know. And they say about revive the Commander Sugar Factory. Oko, and and I say Ghana for. Yes, the entire Senate had the power. But say, oh yeah, a branch of your school for 8 years down in Nobima. What if you come out? NDC are buying engineer and you farm 1 year and 20 years for a junior farm mama the brow. A boy will buy no. Or say no. It is better than none. Say, come do one of the singing no, said the Saboma, and the Saboma will be when you're 30 years, 29. Oh, mamma. Or Sabisika, no the amount. Some of them even at age 35. Still, you used to go through the amount. I buy yourself. You have to be a friend, Napkuma, 700 Ghana cedis every month. Since we saw the consequences of an election that the Ghanaian people voted and gave to the New Patriotic Party in 2000 and 2016. And I'm quite sure that the Ghanaian people have not regretted in any way. So I'm not sure about the New Patriotic Party. And the 29th anniversary, this 29th anniversary, and so a Kahubi. Now you showcase and I see a catcher man sign a Jumedia and put another program about the deep showcase what we've done and the unsigned US too. From today, we are not unsigned heroes. From today, we are signed heroes. We are heroes. Ghana for now, and ya J, with Jumedia Modi, and ya Ghana. Ghana for now, and ya J, was the electoral commission. Ghana for now, and ya J, our day. Oh, my dear, and the boy, my party, you see, 1992, him anyone. I think, I'm not there, I'm my better tell you what it means is that again, so should the money. Someone say a branch here, party, and I'm coming and say more party, and I say, single party, the best same party. I'm a dream also about the faith of the beer, and say the father.
Okay, let us say now, Honorable Vincent, because of what you're going to do, I want to meet 101.3 radio now, if you want to meet TV. On Facebook, you want to meet TV. Honorable, let us say, Honorable Asamoah Boateng, and so, Nahuna, Yaboko, Yemoso, Edinkomo, and Chakra, of the name from the Central region. Honorable Bato, Tasmania, we are in the we are live on Wontumi TV, Wontumi Radio 101.3 Radio on Facebook, and you Wontumi TV. I try to say, Asopra Kumase, a 7-down Greater Accra, and I were at the NPP National Headquarters. It is the 29th anniversary. It says a tradition for stability, prosperity, and continuity. Now, it's a former Minister of State. A former member of Parliament, party Owupa, a Ben Sunu Odid with his son Owumua, and they Yabako, so Abakudin Komo. We didn't come to a bit. We will concentrate in the Central region. 29 years, how the NPP has failed in the Central region. Now, we have contributed to the electoral fortunes of the party. Now, afei yɛhwɛ yɛkɔ anim no ɛnɛ anim a obiara te no ɛne sɛ adeɛ esi yɛ in 2008 after sɛ mampɛne na adɔnkofoɔ abɛyɛ adwumasen ɛde ama ɔman no NCBA sɛ bɛyɛ political power after 8 years yɛbɛtumi atoa so honorable statement as a mobile march
mejo so papa
na abɛnti sɛ
nyame adom ne mmɔ mpa ɛbɔ nti yɛte nkɔm yɛkyi wɔ no wɔde nyame ase
49 years of the NPP and the journey so far ɛti sɛ
ɛdi ka me nam ase na menkyia atiefoɔ a wɔmo hwɛ TV ɛyɛ Wontumi TV yɛkyɛ ma Wontumi ɔyɛ adeɛ media space ne deɛ sɛ nyame yɛ wɔ na wonyɛ bi na ɛyɛ purpose no ɛyɛ adeɛ ɛyɛ ade papa sɛ ne wɔyɛ a na kyerɛ sɛ ɔno nso akɔntribute ama yɛyɛ da no ase sɛdeɛ wɔka 29 years ɛnyɛ ade ketewa 29 years ebi woyɛ aberante a na woware a na aka kakra bi na bɛware woyɛ ababaawa po deɛ ne waware awo kora dadaada nti 29 years ne wɔ ne afi democracy baayɛ nkyɛeɛ but yɛakye no yɛtake strides MPP deɛ na meadom yɛfiri aseɛ no sɛ na wonim saa berɛ no na ɛyɛ President Rawlings atena so akyɛ kakra nti na amanyɔsɛm no na ɛnyɛ ɛnafom straight mekae paa sɛ yɛstarte na wɔn nsɔdo mfiri fɛn sɛ dictatorship no so no kora no na ayɛ question of hand over to whom kakra na MPP yɛso yɛde fɔm yɛ ho na wɔka dankwa do mu busi akrab ne yɛsan start Friday club bi kakra na yɛde ebie the fɛn sɛ referendum baayɛ ma democracy constitution baayɛ ne yɛso yɛte yɛ party na party ni mpanyinfo ayɛ adeɛ paa ofisɛ saa bɛ no na ukasa wo yɛ party a na NDC sadwa na PMDC na ehuhu awo na wo produce kram na ko gina party na mu ba bia na dre
na edin
ayi from mantam ali hodo ni otumi kokra 1992 election podium say wa won bi ko si yewura panini aduwa he bubu ni som ema ye control story verdict na the twa ne say party mpanifo afi ase ne do mo se ya tua na mo pa ko animu ye openni DJ da Rocha ye Victor Wusu no mo ye Ejenim Boate no mo ye Peter Lagete no mo ye Aram Ponsa no mo ye Safu Edu no mo Dr. Kwame Safu Edu no mo ye mpanifo Jari ko labi ye Atokwashe idin dem bo mi o ni tua na mo ma se party no se na abedure na sɛ ne woka yɛ no na deɛ yɛtumi atwa na mo fra mantam kɔ a ne ntumi nkɔ no na deɛ yɛtumi wom ɛma na deɛ Ghana anigye aba Ghana ma obi ahu MPP a yɛkala no korɛ fɛ obi apɛ sɛ ɔka ho ɛna yɛyɛ democratic nti yɛfrɛ yɛdomufoɔ nti yɛdeɛ yɛmfa agorɔ no ɛnni agorɔ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a obiara ho tɔ we are the better management of the Ghanaian economy yɛba baa mu ɔmampani Kufuor abrɛ so yɛda no ase na ɔmampani Akufo Addo nti obi ahu yɛadwuma yɛ
in the central region 29 years
no so ayɛ adeɛ sɛ ɔbɛka yɛ central region deɛ na ɛhɔ no na yɛ very difficult terrain sɛ wonim Ghana abakɔsɛm politics kakra ɛhɔ no na yɛ CPP dia Miami constituency Infantiman na yɛ seriously Rawlings 92 election time yɛ bobɔ bakra yɛ suma sabe na menu abrochire madafo baako a wɔbɛyɛ DC baako ɛfɛ no Koinota ɛma gotu America so ɔkɔyɛ dwuma hɔ yɛ pamu no fi no ne kurom ɛyɛ kuromante na NDC paa enti wohwɛ saa background na yɛfiri a na ɛkyɛ sɛ MPP kwa no bi epidi ati go no bi osuro mekai paa me maame na mo abrochi na me anta mana yɛnkɔ yɛ campaign kakra ɔsɛ kojo tɔbo wonya abotan na Rawlings ne hu yɛtɔ hɛ bɔ a mbere pɛ mu nyame ɔbɛsesa ade na ama hɛ ɔhu sɛ mpani deɛ wogyina na abotrɛ ne patience ɛna ɛma wabrabɔ yɛyie enti yɛnya abotrɛ kakrakra na ɛsɛ nkyerɛ sɛ na ɔka no yɛnya bi ɛhɔ no na ɛfa yɛ nyinaa yɛbɔ kɔto yɛ stolen bandit da yɛbaa 96 a yɛto abakɔ 97 yɛbaa parliament no yɛnya bi ɛwɔ kekuro sɛ ɔka yɛ a Christine Church no mo ɛbɔ mmɔden de aban ɛyɛ party no ba aban mu ɛyɛ de ba so opposition saa dɔn ne 96 na nyame nkyɛn deɛ 2000 deɛ yɛnya bi ka ho mmɔ ɛma no boro so but still ne yɛwɔ fam ne yɛwɔ bɛyɛ sɛ 7 seats ne bisa but 2004 and nyame ya adom out of 19 season nyamu 16 the 17th one you did man CPP for so kaya Dr. Parko Sindi aha na you do call 208 no any was habegro madia na yesamba bi 2012 almost so mu 2016 and Ghana for Saudi central shares out of 23 season na afina kudu ye for mu 19 anything yakoenum eti nyame adom sese no ene yesa to 2020 eno de yakofo manka no kramboa na se na wonum central no ultimo predict efise eho no obia wona dwene a wonde eto aba enye se bia wo pe wasem ti no wutumi yense wo no di ochi na bi wo ye bibu na ehye no a eho no yeto aba obia nkasa bebre wonam ase yen hwe so na de ani hwe se mo kan nyina so etie on kasa na bi da yesi nka wo asem obeka pa eti eho de wasa no mo akoye region ya na Ghana politics ka se ho na ye swing region na swing no ni nyina ye tamu a wo de ko hontem so wo du hontem na na manfo di nkita no mo to asem mo di tuma no no na mo di tuma so amanko yense mu bi ma no so sisa wo se mo che be ka so ni mafante na mo mo say dey say mfante fo nko a ye wo mfante ye wo agunafo ye wo gumuafo ye wo futufo ye wo asemfo ye wo denchafo so wo nza eti ye sa wo effect eti ye region ba ko bet ye mu ye obi awo ne culture ni dey enti enfa na say ye bum enti ho na ko ya asem ko na be kasa na bi so tem bi owu de na afi so so chemu a ye wo mpoano no fo na afarefo no ya ye wa afarefo no ne wo habnasefo wogi ampano and there's always that political dynamics so I check out them dia ho bachiro
ana post na samo about manu musa and they ascent by media to say a tradition for stability, prosperity and continuity. The president concentrate on continuity. What needs to be done? Said by 2008 and me yensen will be after mampeni na wo yi na juma na enuma ye na ye to breaking the eight no we can indeed cross that 8-year political cycle no
continue to be Ghana menu no social time ye independence no ye afana wo center left no ye CPP roots for and then wo mo afọ ye NPP kwagogi akofano wo mo no ebu no che ese ye side no wo kan ye bi ebu no am ba say this year by 2 years and the number 5 nti no say 10 and yes so ya be ya 4 or 5 you don't come down to 14 years what the chief 64 years mo say omo NPP in crime group no omo na de omo ya do go ti say say ho chaba ye mi sa wo nti se nyame adom ode ya sa ba ayo mampani akufo ado wo yi ode nyama pa group mi ye nyama say de patima say you fa de ni agro na wetini waka me no NPP problem ni ya yemu ye ba gbo mo na asa we fake akrabem enti anko bia ye no de ni fi say ye ku eno na ya na problem no system bi ni kofo ni hwe party grassroots wo no e na asem wo omo na de mass organization no ba nti se timi eso fam ni mo na wan kasa wo abem aduma wo ye no wo ma wo party man change ni nti so wo ni mo ni kita ho ni ho na wo kan ba fo abem ho na ko tete wase ono de passion o de be bai no wo mani wo sa ade na wo ye no ka ho e de no ka wase ma is the number one is the gap you see bridges are gap we have bridges now omunya de mo hwehwe tabe nya de ade wo bia adwuma sam obi obi ka ka de adwuma sika obi pe ne ba mana ko onya scholarship obi pe obi ko na person no so minimum no my friend asa be minimum pa no afa one fa ana one friend back eno ne no man kitingeti aya na e be say ho nti e nkita wodi any education now for so see any party man stability ni continuity yeah history na me back be actually say a free video that which and the pollution no me before bad you know ajali ko la bi no party we police station you know ya no police station executive ya ni pa mo de bebre ni obi enu say na Nasara club ko ba that's the full soldiers of the party omni mass organization ajali ko la bi ni ayi te bu afo no na you issue 1992 you see you vote to anybody so for do say you say you lose was I say na move for more who for that that say who for move for more who for this is what which means I said they are for more that's the concept of the polling station executives okay Nasara omo start here kakra na alaji mega every Nasara and na the greater wing of the party say you know issue no na ya say full soldiers ni na dey ade no ba and now say grassroots na ya link up you be ya na continuity no ama right what
aban yi ba ye waye the mampere ba ko fo ye na be so de na do ba ye o ye mom no madi nkomo nyina abobo so na so nei agbese de kakra abakrom hon especially India man for to fix the country when you hear that how would you want to respond to them
so your party no your principles be your GD number 1 your G kadma minkebi say we can some no bi so o adwene bi a wa chene de enti freedom of speech de your can be kasa bon hye what be kan kasa bon hye yemu a dey adwene ko ma de ko so just say because abra the rollers abra no dey your company PNDC time revolution is them upon us. I don't know school for near any no good number say chukuku na ukromo ye dia ye dey face ukroma ye dey and I say bia ye bia want to know what's going on and yes chairman dey na question I say that's the problem it's too quiet say ukromo ye dia say the group bia ye marko it no ko ye do speech we sha enti nipa no man kwa man kasa onye komu nduna dure bone ma nti obi so obeye face the country enya de bone also obekana se baneka obi e watan ko mo no go fi ebe mu ye mu go fi enso aka aseme wo mu so ya fadi ebi wo so a wo mu kan mo so mo ankasa de bi ba ye endi si fo mu bi se chiri na make you start independence and you group na actually be a man do fourth republic in Podia so we from 1992 ba we two clear terms too clear yeah you have to 40 and you know we should want to say you have to to for the omanpeniku for it na ADS4 you can one go for the can one there's about 12 13 and it says be we say no face yes you must fix it because I didn't know so education that be free you fix na no so we go school go school fees na say could free on fix here e ko ya we busu e you fix it bia and then industrialization you need the money you also need money one say just one factory say be bill e ba e go na for na be enti wo go so na amamo no nya de da for mo a so mo cream na wa ye bote na wo ko du bia be so enti ye to me continue after nanado de no na nanado nyam adom ohande over president which is the vision you na be ba say NPP president was so sabi nanado ade and no dey need to continue you know I know the economy.
How should the party leadership now and tomorrow leadership should ensure say you bet me in 94 sir push you into the next political power after say mampenya ye adwuma ni nyina se fie so ya nkro ni year and if you bet me the party ni enya and she say be na enye kwan be na infanto so especially Nancy General Secretary party code of conduct or the buy you know what should be the guidelines?
I know the idea party me here unity the say we nin kabu mo forget o ma bia na ku bia say mo ba mo amode mo pede ba obi anhye say be ku ye amanyo so mo bia de na permission na wa ba na say o de tuo ka de na say wa ngokora gaye enti bi kan ye o say na echi say ku so nya nyina na de efie ba ko ba na nyina nya papa ba ko efie ku ba ko efie o ma enti e wo say obi anya compromise na stance ebi a wo de na de ba no wo de fie ru fi asem papa wo bedura na obi bi de aba bo say media no say nka no dwene ho ye na entuatua kakra ni na ye dika say okay you fan say e bedru no bi kwa na ye betu aba ebi na wo de no ya amfa wo de no eno nche say wo ofri say chinchina wo de no amfa nti ade na ngu ene ne ko no amakran ga ye nti a question of abotre any compromises what you say ena the unity ba na e wo say ye yankasa ye mpanyefo no so no ye ma sa compromise no unity no e kofom because wo ho ana e mpanyefo no bi ko pe edibre no atiku na obi bi atam wo party no no so many kan no he na pẹ̀lú also two of them say, hey, you do me up. It's a it is a year, not a year, the executive party of the government. The party will know what, but we are finding the party. Oh, NBC, about the party. The party of the government. So there's a distinct over the Mexican of the secretary of the party. And I don't know for more. As a moment, the that's a one day, one day, 3 radio. We also live on Wontumi TV. One of us is watching, and I know to the big common. National Health Service. 29 of the party, and one of the people must say, I don't claim power and crime. National Youth Organizer Henry National Organizer, and they appointed Director National Justice Authority, members of Parliament, National Chairman of the General Secretary, Party Penifon Council of Elders, and so on. American way media interaction. Omo kan omoni so ade hu da de omo free da de omo benu da de omo so kokobu e de assurance and governance and for atrem ama party ma ene Ghana ma fo nyina atibi enam se COVID-19 ntipadom entumi entwa ama mehia ehanom enche na ye be switch over na yakofa program live e de abramo on radio and on TV and watch no nkomodie be koso nyina aso no e be sa atena se ne de hon komobo e de abramo. I've been here with my director Fred Ewa Hanum Oyo, Ewa Ha, Kwame Edinka Jr., Kofinto Frank, the driver, Mr. Quatin, and all the crew back home. And the live coverage of NPP at 29, a tradition for stability, prosperity, and continuity. Maybe, and what Hiriba Nana Esidi.
First clinic a sciatica expert 21st clinic ye ho ne dia bibiduro esan yare wo ba ye yo lab test na wie no ye be ye o massage bi a wo ba wi asokra wo nya bi da ye wi de wato machine so ne dia bibiduro ne dia wo no enti wo to ase ho no entini na wo ho no esane fa wo sirem wananse wo nantu nyina fa wo nanso ho nyina no sa eho teche mape nurse wo die mia ye friend sciatica na wo mo ye expert e wo Ghana ha no e ye 21st clinic ye wo more than 10 branches e wo Ghana ha wudu sunya ne ye ne Kumase enkran baabia say ye bia foforo e wo tadi ma efie kuma number 9 eho na sciatica expert ye 21st clinic ye adwuma obetimi afre wo frɛ number no branch na ben wo ne a kyerɛ wo na wo kɔ ho ye 0540 311311 0540 311311 sciatica expert ye 21st clinic. Victory, edu papenie, victory, edu papenie, victory.
Hey, the one I'm going to 2 months for doing Punima victory, sir.
So you're real nuts, not your swatch. You know, victory garlic mixture, no? You're going
Hey, and the victory garlic mixture. Let me join the celebration.
Victory, edu papenie, victory.
Menu. Number gentlemen ndi me afrosa ne ye menya victory garlic no ene me ho atome
kane no me nati kakra na makuma bo mi periperi na mabre na me niso nyine bri me na sisia no menya victory garlic mixture no bibia ye kama
and let's celebrate
da onya fie dumi you know appeal for any oba or man for intimi mfasa adro ibi
victory
FDA agi edwadie enkrato yi atom
Yare baako a ɛha yɛ mema pa especially ya yenya 40 years and above no ɛfa prostate ɛho obetumi nya prostate enlargement anaasta prostatitis sɛ wokɔ ayaresabea na ɛka kyɛw sɛ wo PSA level ɛkɔ higher kai na hu sɛ wo prostate no ɛho yɛ atɔkyema sɛ hu sɛ wokyem ansa na wadwonso wodwonso a na emu apai anaso edu anadwo a wotaa dwonso a ɛna kai na hu sɛ wonya prostate disorder. So wotumi didi ye anaasɛ wotatene wapom anaasɛ wonya daily supplement bi a ɛbɛtumi aboa ama wo prostate no egyina na nan so saa mbarima nkyerɛkyerɛ we a natural link company a wɔmode ProSlav capsules a ɛboa mbarima prostate 2 man ana dinner capsules ɛboa ɛmba efirikyirikɔ wobɛtumi afrɛ mo.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
A good papa. Ganabam, if your apostle, your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Me bacho mami Ganabam, me. Keseni ni no ketu ane miensa.
Me wana manyina tutsume me waist me chi me baby me ko so dwani na me yasa. I feel good.
Wa osa. Abeg. What are you doing?
Me am about hospital.
Ganabam. To wait here from doctor no. Where you there?
Ebiao.
O massage there.
20 cedi.
This is Tiabako. Ganabam. Yento emeto ha. Efesa Tiabako nti. Efen chuobi 20 cedis.
Hey. The doctor. Nemo say we Ganabam come. Sound chuo. So afoso. It may come Ganabam. Ganabam. You can resist.
And I who is it?
When you're fantastic. Say, dear, we in charge when you feel one cassansa. Losing the layman capsules. A mouse is in go to your my head dream. No bread you must saw with shanka sanka. No, near.
So, Lawson Lotte, Mr. And let's see you. I'm also what if you want to you're fit to come to I say for semi boom round see dear someone. Me matentia Lawson Lotte, Mr.
Losing the layman capsule.
What your bem?
Oh, you're not Losing law chemistry.
Losing delay my capsules.
Do you know what you feel?
Delay man capsules. A man made in fear do what they cronkwan and a law care mixture. So a painful a ma woman no for. Anyone I want in fear do what train son can home. FDA Ashisha sa a jedian crato you mu aja to muse a
Dr. Solomon Asaka ne ho bi eye Solak Natural Clinic ɛhɔ de yɛmfa yare nkɔ hɔ ɛnsan fa nkɔfie bie na latest machines a ɔde aba clinic hɔ de ɛsɛ wani ɛnsa wo ka kyerɛ kra ɔba ɔpa wo bɛma wonya low sperm count sɛ yɛsisi yare wapɔso na yawya afei prostate enlargement any prostate cancer ɛna infection bia aba prostate ne mu de Solak Natural Clinic ɛbɛte ne tɛ na ɛba diabetes ɛne koko ɛne obi a wɔyɛ kɛse aboro so a ne nyinaa ɛho nro wɔ hɔ a ɛbɛtuma ma wanya fa ahodie prɛko pɛ Enadie yenkotinchini pi enkose sika kwa ebra Solak Natural Clinic ewo ho a wombema wa yaresa papa ne bo san dafo seba machines papa na owo ultramodern diagnostic machine ana obetimi di ahwehwe omu ehun yade bia e hawo ebra wo mre ho kra wosan wo body mass index machine a wode behwehwe nipaduanum ehun se bibia enso adeda na kwam wosan wo liposuction machine a eboa ma obi a waye kese aboro so no eyiyi srade ni nyina afri nipaduanum Solak Natural Clinic asan the massaging machine a betimi miamia wafri wutri so akosi unase ama honam asisi hu so ye pa ema obi anada o hwehwe omo a fo ni kire kentenkro no omo ni Shell filling station no ene di hwane mu ana frɛ 0241 590 837 0241 590 837 Solak Natural Clinic ayaresa fie papa no
Michael, we support the immune system. Yeah, Mama Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Let's not go be able to go to the
Me ko support my boost for immune system. Hey, that's a Michael t-shirt. Mato t-shirt. Me ko ba be fan kan no. Ni t-shirt go mommy.
Boss, Champion, Mr. Only one.
Okay.
Vehicle supporting a new system.
And your well-being.
FICO 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joy Herbal Center. This advertisement.
Madam Co-MC, the President, Secretary of Elders, can we, Madam Co-MC?
All right. You're all welcome. We will start with the opening prayer. Can we have Reverend Maxwell Konedu, who is the for NPP Prayer Network, to pray with us?
Shall we pray? Our Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this bright day. It is a day that you have made, and so we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the Dankwabuzia Dombo tradition and the NPP that you have given us the grace to go through times of difficulties and challenges. But in all these things, Lord, you've been good to us. We bless you, we lift you up. Father, as we celebrate today, our prayer continue to lead this party. Our prayer is that continue to let the fortunes of this party be what you have for us. We are praying that the president and the government and the party will grow from strength to strength. We are praying that we will have unity, a sense of new direction. We are praying that at all levels, your Spirit will lead the leaders so that one nation through the NPP will come to pass. Father, you open doors that hidden treasures will be revealed to our president so that through what you give to us, by grace, you will be able to develop a nation, and the nation will be established. We ask for strength and grace for him and for the government. We also ask for grace for the leadership of the party. I want to thank you that we can ask all these things because of what you have
and what you are going to do in Jesus' name. Thank you for answered prayer. Amen.
Thank you so much, Reverend Samuel Konedu.
Good morning once again. Would like to acknowledge the presence of some party dignitaries. On my right, we have the chairman for Council of Elders, Honorable Hakman Owusu Ajiman. And then we also have, next to him, the General Secretary of the ruling New Patriotic Party, Mr. John Buedu, is also here with us. Then we have the campaign manager for the 2020 campaign, once a national chairman for the ruling New Patriotic Party, newly appointed board chairman for Cocoa Board, Chairman Mark Menu. Again, we also have our own boss, Same Ewuku, the national organizer of the party, and then the man whose appointment triggered massive sparkle within the rank and file of the party's grassroots. Today, all of us in one accord, we say thank you, His Excellency the President, the newly appointed Director General for National Lotteries Authority, Same Ewuku, who is also supervising this whole activity. We also have some MPs among us. I've seen the Honorable MP for Yendi, Honorable Farouk Mahama. I've seen the Honorable MP for Tafo Pankrono, Ako Asefua. I've also seen the MP for Minshianov, Honorable Akwesi Kunedu. And then let me go back to the very high table on my right. I introduce to you the digital man. I introduce to you the intelligent vice president. I introduce to you, before I introduce His Excellency the vice president, we also have a very great woman among us who was part of the struggle, the very beginning and the formation of this party, our very own mother, who is in charge of the Ministry of Sanitation, Mami Cecilia Dapa Ma is also here with us. I'm going back to the Vice President. We have in our midst His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Alhaj Muhammadu Bawumia. Last but not the least, the man who has rescued us from the grips of COVID-19. He's done so well. He's received a lot of international applause. The man who is in charge of this nation, the first gentleman of the land, the man who is superintending over the massive recovery of the economy after the global pandemic, COVID-19, His Excellency, the President, Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We will move on to the welcome remarks. And again, as I said, she was there from the beginning. She saw it all. Welcome address by our mother, Honorable Cecilia Abena Dapa, former MP, Bantama constituency.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. His Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, Chairman of the Council of Elders, Chairman, Director General, and other executives of the great NPP, MPs, and fellow Kukudites. My duty this morning is to welcome all of us to this special occasion. Akwaba, Wezo, Ojefe, Sanunku, Dazua. I am here also to represent my generation, a generation that looked up to our elders to make sure we serve them and serve them well. We serve them so that the work will be effectively executed. And this has contributed to how far we have come as a party. Some have served on both the front and the back bench, as well as behind the scenes. Some have left us, may they rest in peace, and others, most of us are here to witness this very important day. We all wish our family, the great Elephant family, the great NPP party, a very well-deserved, prosperous, and a happy anniversary. God has indeed been gracious to us. Let us continue with our development in freedom. We should keep our marriage with NPP very, very strong. We draw our strengths from the sacrifices that have been made by our forebears. God bless our president. God bless our party. God bless us all. And God bless Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mama Cecilia. We are being hosted by the national chairman of the ruling party. He is the man who has led us twice to electoral victory. The chairman, the national chairman of the ruling New Patriotic Party, Honorable Freddie Blay. Chairman, your remarks.
Thank you very much, Nana B. And Mr. President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the one who fights COVID-19 and wins, the strong man of Ghana, the showman, you and your Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Chairman of our Council of Elders, General Secretary, and Millennium Chairman, who is also here with us, and all other members of the
under the umbrella, not the NDC umbrella, but under our canopy here today. I've seen you, my very good friend, sometimes bad, Asabi here too. Ladies and gentlemen of the press who are here with us today, it is my pleasure and indeed privilege as chairman of the New Patriotic Party to welcome you here today on the 29th anniversary of the New Patriotic Party. It is often claimed that the day is a long time in politics, and a week sometimes seems like a lifetime. But as we celebrate our 29th anniversary, almost 3 good decades, it feels like a rather short time in our history. It seems like only a few years ago when our founding fathers, some of who are here with us, planted the roots of our party, drawing inspiration from some of Ghana's greatest politicians and statesmen of the UGCC era. Our party today is a continuation of that rich political tradition. We celebrate our 29th year as a trusted and more formidable force in Ghana's political landscape, the NPP, the Dankwa Dombo tradition in Ghana. As we do so, we have every reason to be proud of contributing to enrich the foundations of democracy and national development of our nation. Our party, with its strong belief in freedom of the individual in a liberal democracy state, a commitment to free enterprise, human rights, and private initiative, has positioned Ghana as a place for economic growth and prosperity. Our founding fathers will be proud of the numerous social interventions and development policies the NPP initiated towards alleviating the plight of the average Ghanaian, transforming the economy, whether in the areas of health, education, social welfare, job creation, industrialization, agriculture, among others. And of course, above all, good governance. Anniversaries are important occasions. We celebrate our achievement on anniversaries as we must, and with pride. But we must also use the opportunity to take stock of where we are, how we got here, and where we are headed as a political organization. More importantly, we must use the opportunity to assess our values and recalibrate our strategies to ensure our continued relevance as a party of like-minded people committed to building a better Ghana and a brighter future. As we celebrate the 29th anniversary, let us commit ourselves to the true ideals of patriotism that is captured in our party's name and embedded in our history and the vision of our founding fathers. We must renew our commitment to to the relentless pursuit of selfless dedication to service in the interests not only of our party, but to our country, Ghana. The core value of the New Patriotic Party is commitment and dedication to public service. We must never forget that what defines who we are the democratic ideas of serving in the interests of the people to build a better Ghana. And I believe this is what Enda Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, our party, is doing at the moment, irrespective of the ugly noises and sometimes direct confrontation that people would prefer this country to get to. Ghana will that what will keep us in power and help us build a sustainable future is our dedication to deliver faithfully to the people of this country. We must on this occasion celebrate our successes, of course, in winning the mandate and trust to govern Ghana in 2 successive elections at this time. But we must also remember that threatens the sustainability of our party is that of financial independence. To operate effectively, our party needs sustainable sources of income. We need to develop a more effective system that encourages and coordinates contribution and donation from the rank and file, and to make our party independent and respectable. I'm not saying that only of our party, but any political party in our country, if it survives and to contribute towards democracy, it must indicate and make sure to the people of this country that it is by itself independent and can sustain itself. Since 2016, we have won 2 elections in a row with President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as the party's flag bearer, a proud record. Under his able leadership, the government of Ghana has made significant economic and progress, and that continues to attract international praise and attention. We have reason to be proud of our achievements, yes. But how do we ensure that it is sustained? How do we ensure our continued relevance? And above all, how do we sustain the trust of the rank and file of our party to work hard to ensure that the people of Ghana will return it to power in 2024? In effect, how do we break the 8-year cycle and ensure 12 years and beyond in government? These are some of the challenges that we face as we prepare ourselves, not just for the 2024, but for the future of our party, which is 39 years now. The last 29 years of the party's life has not been without difficulties, including inter-party wrangling, outbursts by disgruntled members, aggressive confrontation, and sometimes unfriendly hostilities. But our party had had a tradition of resilience. It has consistently proved its ability to evolve itself towards meeting the challenges of the times. We have survived very tough moments, even in opposition, and yet our differences have only cemented our bonds of unity and amplified our commitment to inclusiveness and tolerance in the true spirit of liberal democracy. On the occasion of our 29th anniversary, we have every reason to be optimistic of the future, both for our party and for our country. More importantly, let us use our anniversary to re-energize, to ensure that we sustain power to prevent Ghana from sliding back into the claws of incompetence of our opponents. In moving forward, let us embrace the dynamics of our multi-party democracy, which must reflect in our internal politics as a party. The party's focus should be on developing its human resource base and giving opportunities to individual members.
Research has proved that about 90% of diseases could be traced to the buildup of waste and toxic materials in the colon.
Excuse me, what's your secret?
Living Bitters comes in handy to cleanse your colon. For bulk purchase, contact Capital O2 on 0244 225522 or 0270 2252 or 0550 40 99 99. This advertisement has been vetted and approved.
Victory, Edu Papanye, victory, Edu Papanye, victory.
Hey! The one I'm going to achieve man so deal kunima victory sir.
So you real not na your swatch. You know victory garlic mixture no. You come thing.
Hey, and the victory garlic mixture. Let me join the celebration.
Victory, Edu Papanye, victory.
Menu. Number gentlemen ndi me mo afrosane ye. Menya victory garlic no. And
me nante kakra na makuma bo me periperi na mabre na me ni so nyine bri me na sisia no menya victory garlic mixture no bibia ye kama
and let's celebrate
da onya mfie dumi no apefo ene oba o manofo entimi mfasa adro ibi
victory
FDA agi edwadie enkrato yi aton
on such anniversary occasion. I wish to charge all leaders and members of the party to prioritize party unity over parochial interests. This is the only way that will keep us still on top of government and our contract with the people of Ghana in terms of its development. This is the only party that could deliver, and we must keep it so by being very united, irrespective of our personal interests. With the expected party activities and internal contests coming up in a few months, I urge all of us to effectively engage in reorganizing the party to make a significant impact on the 2024 general election. The task ahead can only be accomplished through the party unity and hard work. And hard work has been this almost 5 years under the good leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, backed by his intelligent vice chair, and of course his executive, his cabinet, and all others who have been helping him. It is for us to be united, to remain united behind the party. I will pray that in this bivouac of our life, even under COVID-19, we wouldn't be dump-driven cattle. We remain heroes in the strive to keep Ghana afloat and let it be still the shining star of Africa. On this occasion that we are celebrating our 29th anniversary, it is my privilege. It is my privilege to say that congratulations, happy anniversary. Whether you are here, you are anywhere else in this country, across the length and breadth, or in the diaspora, congratulations, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for the good work you've been doing. Congratulations to all of us for having survived and still on top of the age. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairman. So we're celebrating 29 years of NPP, and as announced before, this is a media event. We have the following media houses here with us this morning: Adom TV, Joy News, Oman, Net2 Television, Kingdom TV, City, TV3, Asase Radio, Wontumi TV, Ochiman TV, and also we have City TV with us. As we were going through the program, we saw a few more dignitaries come in, and we'll have Nana B do the introductions for us.
Your Excellency, Mr. Chairman, kindly indulge me to make these further introductions. We have the National Communications Director here with us, Honorable Wabinya Samoa is here. We have Honorable Stephen Asamoah Boateng here with us as well. We also have the Deputy National Youth Organizer. We have Perpetual Omoki here. We have Joseph Nganeba Kwayaja here. We have Director of Finance and then Administration, Mr. Collins Nyama is here with us. We have our own National Nasara Coordinator, Alhaj Aziz Futa is also here with us. We have our National Treasurer, Mr. Abankwayebua, also here with us. We are moving on with the program, and next will be remarks from the Chairman, National Council of Elders, Honorable Hackman Owusu Ajiman.
Excellency, the distinguished President of this Republic, Excellency the Vice President, our dear, lovely Chairman, our dynamic General Secretary, the Chairman, Mr. President, today I cried, I wept, because 29 years ago, those who were with us knew what we went through to be able to register our party. And at the end of the day, we surrendered our property to the state so that we can register our party. That was the rule that Mr. Rawlings put in place. Excellency President, you were there and you saw what we went through. But today, thanks to the Almighty God, things have changed. Change for the better, because this nation is moving forward. Mr. President, it is my special privilege to read to those who are now coming and the generations after us and those with us the little message that was put together by the National Council of Elders. Quote, "We are passing through an important and exciting phase, not only in the reconstruction and development of our country, but also in the struggle for a clearer perception of our social responsibility and a sobering understanding of the meaning of progress. In this great task of building our nation, all of us have a vital play to play. It is this task that we of the National Council of the Elders, as all party members and supporters and citizens of this great country, to rededicate ourselves in loyalty and patriotism for the service of the NPP and Ghana. The loyalty and patriotism we talk about is not just ideal, but challenges. We believe times demand new thinking, innovation, imagination, and firm decision making. If we are to succeed in the development of this country, the old and the young together must cultivate the virtues envisaged by our founding fathers. For example, property rights, rule of law, and the upholding of the rights of the individual. We should be brave, of good character, and humble and honest. These virtues are what we need to build Ghana, our beloved country, in order to make it prosperous. In all things, we should remember that the NPP is the hallmark for democracy, liberty, and freedom. When we are met with cynicism and doubts from those who ridicule the power of freedom and liberty, our answer should be that we in the NPP are resolved to walk in the sedate and sober strength to build this country for all, but not just for a privileged few, but all citizens of the years to come. On this auspicious occasion, the National Council of Elders wish all members of the party a happy anniversary, unquote. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Hackman Owusu-Agyemang. Before my dear sister Honorable Dakwan Newman, MP for Okankwe South, continue with the introduction or with the next program. Let me quickly make some few introductions as well. We've seen Mr. Sevenin Team also here. We've seen His Excellency, former Ambassador to China, Mr. Edward Boateng is also here. Kofi Ofosu, I've also seen you. And then the third Vice National Chairman, Mr. Omare Wadia, is also here with us. Let me also quickly acknowledge our teaming supporters who are watching this live at home, our polling station executives, we acknowledge your hard work. Our constituency executives, we acknowledge your hard work. Our regional executives, we acknowledge your hard work. I've seen Chairman for the Ahafo region also here with us, Chairman Osu Seche also here with us, and then also the NPP fraternity all over the world. Dakwa.
Okay, so now we'll have a speech from the General, our one and only General Secretary, Mr. John Boydu. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
We are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is. You can't be sitting whilst the party's anthem is. The elephant is a winning symbol. We have won to save Ghana. We have won to save Ghana. We have won to save Ghana. The elephant is a winning symbol. We have won to save Ghana. Save Ghana. Oh. Thank you very much, National Chairman of our great party, Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Campaign Manager, Mr. Peter McMeno, Honorable Hakmo Uswajiman, Chairman of Council of Elders, Honorable Cecilia Dapa, Asabi, Stephen Intim, members of parliament gathered here, colleague national officers, regional officers of the party. I've seen one major foot soldier from Kumasi who has joined us here today. Regional officers of the party, constituency officers across the country, electoral area coordinators, polling station executives and polling station members, and all new patriotic party members. I greet you and thank you for the good work that you've done for this party for all these years. Wednesday, the 28th of July, 2021, marked the 29th anniversary of our beloved New Patriotic Party. Being such a significant milestone in the life of our party and country, we rightly so should have been climaxing this anniversary with the necessary grandeur. However, due to the new normal imposed by COVID-19, we chose to have a limited media engagement rather than the full participatory celebration that this occasion deserves. Yes, indeed, the New Patriotic Party deserves to celebrate its contribution to the 29 years of democratic growth in this country. The NPP is a center-right political party. We believe in inclusive government for stability and prosperity. We believe in a Ghana beyond age, fostered through democratic practice for sustained economic growth. We believe in the private sector. We believe in individual enterprise. We believe in the family system, and we believe in the protection of the human rights of its citizens. Above all, we believe in listening and including all and sundry in the governance of our country. This anniversary marks the longest period of democratic practice in our country since independence. In the period, Ghana has earned an enviable reputation for political stability and security. Political stability is a valuable brand to be cherished, protected, and enhanced. The NPP therefore takes this opportunity to congratulate all stakeholders who have supported the growth of the Fourth Republic. Diverse political parties, the judiciary, parliament, the executive including public servants, the media, independent governance institutions of states, traditional authorities, security agencies, faith-based organizations, civil society, including but not limited to organized labor, professional associations, welfare associations, academics, students, traders, farmers, teachers, health workers, drivers, contractors, and artisans, the public services, the private sector, and the international community have all contributed immensely to the stability that has enabled this celebration today. Being our birthday, the biggest thanks goes first of all to the Almighty for bringing us this far. We also are very thankful to the founding fathers and mothers of our great tradition. From the days of the UGCC in the 1940s to the days of the Ghana Congress Party, the National Liberation Movement, the Northern People's Party, the Togolese Congress Party, the Gashifimope, the United Party, the Progress Party, and the Popular Front Party. This is our roots. We also remember the stalwarts who sacrificed their wealth, time, intellect to nurture and grow rule of law and individual rights in Ghana. Since the occasion calls for it, I will attempt to mention but a few in no particular order, mixing the old and the not too old, accepting that though it's impossible to name all the heroes and heroines of democracy here, they are known to the history of Ghana and especially to the group of the New Patriotic Party tradition. Forgive me in advance for the many significant omissions for those who stand in line on the last day to add up to our winning vote tally, are all heroes and deserve to be mentioned. I must also say that on this occasion, we thank our youth wing, our women's wing, our Nasara wing of our party. We also thank our vibrant youth at our various tertiary institutions that we've codenamed TESCON, and also thank our diaspora branches of our party. We also, on this occasion, thank all our voluntary groups that every now and then join the party during, before, and after elections for their wonderful job and invaluable services that they've offered this party and this country. I must start quickly by letting you know that, just as I said, we receive our certificate. If it is a corporate organization, it will be certificate of incorporation on 28th of July 1992. And the first executives then, the national chairman was B.J. Darocha. The general secretary was Ejenim Boateng, the treasurer, and no doubt he is now the chairman of the Council of Elders of our great party, Honorable Hackman Ulusu Ajimai. And just as I said, the first national executive, apart from the 3 officers who were national officers of the party, we had reps representing the various regions. We then had 10 regions. We have Frank Abieze Emisa representing Western region. We have John Bosu Kwesistio representing Central region. We have Henry Odate Lamte, H.O. Lamte, representing Greater Accra. Yao Albert Osebre representing Volta region. We have Malon Mark Stephen Yabuaten representing Eastern region. We have Dr. Thomas Kwame Abuaje, who was the chairman of the party from the Ashanti region. We have Kojo Owusu Sechere representing Brown region. We have Amadou Kalim, we popularly call Business, representing Northern region. We have Adam Amandi representing Upper East. We have Abdullah Isahaku representing Upper West region. This is the first National Executive Committee of the New Patriotic Party. We cannot, because I trace the history from UGCC. So there's a need for us to acknowledge our stalwarts who, throughout their toil, their hard work, and their resources, help in bringing this party this far. Pa Grants, J.B. Dankwa, S.D. Dombo, K.A. Buzia, F. Awuno Williams, R.S. Blay, Yi Akufu Ado, J. Christensen, J.W. Digraf Johnson, K. Bentil H. Enchil, Victor Owusu Aramponsa, Darocha I've mentioned already, Balfour Ose Akoto, Ato Okan, Saki Sek, B.K. Adama, Harun Eseku, K.G. Owusu Bonsu, S.G. Anto, J.A. Kufuor, His Excellency, Alaji Aliu Mahama, His Excellency, Dr. John Soforiata, M.K. Apalo, Mumini Baomia, R.A. Kwashi, Kwesilamte, H.E.O. Obechebilamte, William Oforiata, K.G. Ofosu Ama, B.D.J. Forson, K. Amwakutu 4, Honorable Hawa Yakubu, Albert Edubuahin, Peter Ala Ajete Jato Kaleo C.K. Tedam, Stephen Kereku, I think that Hakman Oswajiman, Mark Menu, His Excellency the President, and a lot of you who were there at the start saw the great contribution from Stephen Kereku to this party. Odoi Size, Adam Amandi, Rita Sobaria, Safu Edu, Sani Jani Selvi, Gladys Asma, Christian Churcher, Apia Minka, Teresa Tego, Michael Kwe, Aro Solomon, Nana Eddie Ankama, one of the longest serving regional chairman for Eastern region, K.A. Eje Dakon, Agnes Okujeto, Kojo Entry Eje, Amabuzia, Hakmausu Ajima, I have not acknowledged already, Ken Owus, Kenu Wasu, Tome Ametopo, Peter McMenu, KK Sam, Davi Ama, Ajiri Blanson, I.C. Kwe, Dan Boche, the General Secretary who took us for the first time to power. Kwamna Battels, Jacob Echebilante, Cecilia Banama, Takra Jima, Bishop, and Asante Echi, Yao Oben, Menu J. Addison, Barry Edu, Ejenim Boatin, FT Sai, Alaji Maiga, Osafo Malfo, Cecilia Dapa, Abdul Rahman Salifu, that is COP, His Excellency Mahmoud Baumia, and of course, our human rights fighter and sitting president, His Excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Akufu Ado. On an occasion like this, sometimes it's a painful history when we try to recall what we now see as democracy was fought for by gallant men. To quote Dr. J.B. Dankwa, his statement that was adopted by the New Patriotic Party, and I quote, "The party's policy is to liberate the energies of the people for the growth of a property-owning democracy in this land, with right to life, freedom and justice as the principles to which government and laws of the land should be dedicated in order to specifically to enrich life, property and liberty for each and every citizen. Way ahead of his time, Dr. Dankwa had clearly stated the nexus between freedom and democracy. An individual guaranteed the freedom to associate, move, speak, worship, and work within the confines of unambiguous rules of law. Is more productive person than one who is oppressed by an authoritarianism. Thus, the NPP's current motto, development in freedom. The freedoms and rights you and I enjoy today was fought for, especially from the forebears of our political tradition. In the famous case of R.E. Akoto and 7 others, the list of freedoms and individual rights under Article 13(1) of the First Republican Constitution of the 1960 was construed by the Supreme Court as not being enforceable. They were only for moral suasion to the president, who could choose to uphold them or not. However, by 1969, Chapter 4 of the Second Republican Constitution, and thereafter Chapter 5 and 6 of the 1979-1992 Constitution of the Third and Fourth Republican Constitution republicly, enshrine human rights and freedoms. The NPP is humbly proud of the role its forerunners, founders, members, sympathizers, and adherents played in contributing to enhancing the rule of law and expanding the ambit of freedom of speech, association, movement, and non-discrimination by virtue of status, gender, religion, and ethnic background. That is who we are. We are a party rooted in rich tradition and strong principles and values, which were relevant in the pre-independence era, relevant during the times of independence and its aftermath, and even more relevant today and forever. The fact that we are the only political tradition in the country that have survived all republics in pre- and post-independence Ghana, including the most cancerous dictatorial regimes, and have stood the test of time, can only be a vindication of the richness and greatness of our political tradition. A tradition that was not built around individuals, but it was built around strong principles and values. Since 1992, the NPP has been the champion of electoral reforms. We spearheaded the transition from opaque ballot boxes to transparent ballot boxes. We transitioned from black and white voter ID cards to color ID cards with pictures. We also was the first party in government who introduced picture ID cards for all citizens of our country. We used to have a situation where when the NDC was there, they limited picture ID cards to regional and district capitals alone, saying that it would be difficult for us to capture our brothers and sisters in the rural areas and in the hinterland. We felt that human beings are equal, so we must grant that opportunity for those in the district and regions to also have picture ID cards. This is the tradition of the New Patriotic Party. We also ensured a quantum leap from a manual voter register to a biometric voter register and voting. In spite of the disruptive threats of COVID-19, Ghana's general elections of 2020 have been hailed as perhaps the cleanest, most peaceful, and free and fair. Major benchmarks set by our party, led by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, are the full financing without recourse to foreign aid of the 2020 election. For the first time in the history of our country, we've had general elections. It was fully funded by our own internal resources and not foreign aid from any other person. Out of the 8 elections held under 1992 Constitution, the 2020 election is the first ever entirely funded by government. The NPP is truly leaving a mark on democratic practice in Ghana once again. That is who we are. On the economic front, every policy of the New Patriotic Party in government is designed to benefit as many Ghanaians as possible. Moving from democratic rule in 1992, the NDC had massive support from the World Bank and the IMF. Yet by the election year of 2000, the country was a highly indebted poor country. The NPP government of President Kufuor transformed the economy from a lower middle income status, found oil and gas in commercial quantities, restored and expanded cocoa production, and expanded the financial sector. President Kufuor also initiated the introduction of National Youth Employment Program and introduced the Novel Communication Service Tax to help fund job creation and social initiatives. President Kufuor directed and pioneered the unprecedented denomination of the Ghana's currency at a point our CD was equivalent to the dollar. Growth rose from 3.7 in 2000 to over 8.7 by 2008. President Kufuor led Ghana into its first ever international bond market and took Ghana out of the straitjacket of IMF and World Bank policies subscribed by the NDC. The NDC unfortunately won in 2009 from a growth of 8%. By the time they lost power in 2016, they had brought the growth down to 3.7%. Ghana went back again to the strict restrictions of the World Bank, including ban on employment, arrears to service providers had piled up, and there was a debt overhang impeding the energy sector that led to the Doomsor lexicon entering encyclopedia of the world. So for the first time, Doomsor was acknowledged as a word in the dictionary and encyclopedia as a result of NDC incompetence. We took over again in 2017 when growth was 3.7%. Within just 2-3 years, by 2019, we've increased growth from 3.7% to 8.5%. We've restored macroeconomic stability. We've restructured our public debt profile. We've tamed Doomsor and dealt with the financial sector crisis decisively. Over 2 million jobs were generated and initiated in agriculture and industry, which brought new hope. In April 2019, we had done well enough for the IMF to depart from direct control and revert to Article 4 consultation status. This is the New Patriotic Party for you. We successfully rolled out some integrated initiative towards agro-industry, which included 1 district, 1 factory, 1 district, 1 warehouse, 1 village, 1 dam, and planting for food and jobs. Heavy investments in the cocoa sector have resulted in the highest ever cocoa crop in Ghana, in excess of 1 million tons in the 2021 crop season. President Akufo-Addo has also championed a novel premium for cocoa farmers called the Living Income Differential, which pays farmers a substantial premium over and above subsisting world prices. Furthermore, with mobile money interoperability, enabling digital payments across diverse platforms, roping in 70% of the bankable population into the financial space. This has changed the face of banking in Ghana and is set to drive transactions in the African Continental Free Trade Area headquartered in Accra, which is another major plus for the New Patriotic Party and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's leadership. The president has also championed the successful establishment of a credible automobile assembly enclave in Ghana. Moreover, the revamped Ghana Enterprise Agency is set to drive the SME sector with appropriate policy support. Perhaps President Akufo-Addo's greatest achievement on the fiscal front is the expansion of the tax base by over 50 million names. This is a jump of nearly 5 times the number of taxable sources available, implying the possibility of no new tax or additional tax, yet with increase in revenues, as the current tax levels are applied to the vastly expanded base. This is progressive tax system that has been introduced. I must say, without any ambiguity, NPP, despite its center-right ideology, has implemented more social intervention programs than any other political party in the history of this country. Despite the fact that we are a center-right political party, because we care for the masses, we care for the poor, there's no party in this country that has implemented more social intervention program than the New Patriotic Party. Kufuor established the National Health Insurance and provided free maternal health care. He introduced the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty for indigent families and provided a capitation grant and the Ghana School Feeding Program. He undertook pension reforms, instilling sanity and bringing relief to retirees. He also initiated cocoa mass spraying, creating new jobs, higher yields, and increased incomes in the cocoa sector. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has also continued with innovative social interventions. One of his greatest legacies is free senior high school education. This is set to provide a literate society which will ensure skills and technical innovation to feed the industrialization drive of our government. We have also delivered one constituency, one ambulance program, a drone service for delivery of medical supplies. This is the first time, and our drone service here is one of the best in Africa, if not in the world. We quickly restored teacher training allowances that was scrapped by our predecessors. We also restored nursing training allowances. We introduced allowances for Arabic and Islamic instructors under the National Volunteer Service Program, and the absorption of examination registration fees for BECE and WASI candidates. He also brought NAPCO, which employed over 100,000 graduates. You remember that before we came, before 2017, we were under the strict aprons of the IMF. As part of the condition, employment had been freezed. Because of the innovative policies of our government, we were able to get out of the aprons of the IMF, and by this, we were able to introduce NAPCO, which employed over 100,000 of our youthful people, or youthful Ghanaians of our country. Now, NAPCO employees are being absorbed into permanent jobs in the public sector. The Zongo Development Fund that was established is also expected to transform the lives of many youth through skills training as well as modern sports facilities in selected communities. The NPP government is the champion of rapid digitization of government services to improve access and turnaround time. reduce human contact, and ensure integrity of payments and receipts and the quality of records. Paperless POS system, digital address system, online passport application and processing system, online production of driving licenses, national identification card system, national health insurance system are all taking government service delivery to a new level. The recent launch of the Ghana.gov platform will make things even better, as most government services may be accessed online from the comfort of your home or offices. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the best ways of preventing corruption, including minimizing human contact and strengthening the capacity of regulatory and monetary enforcement agencies. President Kufuor legislated the strengthened public procurement and internal audit systems. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has enhanced the legal framework and invested heavily in improving the financial and operational capacity of independent regulatory and oversight agencies, including the judiciary, SHRAG, IOCO, the security services, and parliament. The NPP has also established the Office of Special Prosecutor with unprecedented independent powers to initiate investigations and prosecute corruption. He has also ensured that after pending in Parliament for over 20 years, the right to information bill or legislation has been passed. We've also passed a new Companies Act and also passed Land Acts to ease bottlenecks in the private sector. As for free speech, both Presidents Kufuor and Akufo-Addo are enthusiasts of the media and media freedoms. They significantly enhance the space for engagement with the repeal of the criminal libel law. President Nana Addo Dankwa has gone further with the passage of the age-long right to information bill and also set up the Right to Information Commission. Free speech has expanded tremendously, especially with the heightened resort to social media. Along with the expansion has come investment in infrastructure and services, creating a new brand of jobs, incomes, and multiple channels of feedback. The vibrant social media culture has led to the establishment of one of the most successful and enviable social media corporations in the form by Google and Twitter. They've established their corporate office here to take care of the whole of Africa. This tells you that the business environment in Ghana is very, very peaceful. Ladies and gentlemen, friends in the diaspora and stakeholders, politics as practiced now is the best alternative out of all the governance systems Ghana has experienced since independence. We've had one-party rule, we've had military rule, we've had authoritarianism, we have also tried the Westminster parliamentary system. Arguably, none of those systems endured because they did not provide the inclusiveness and participation that we crave as governors and the governed. Mistakes will obviously be made, but the endurance of the Fourth Republic in the face of fierce partisanship demonstrates that the democratic institutions and processes, however slow and uncertain, is the best way to go. Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to once again inform the Ghanaian people that very soon the party will provide the opportunity in every neighborhood for you to register your name and join this great tradition. We have also initiated setting up of the Party Institute that will take party people through the study of communication, policy analysis, our ideology, understanding our ideology, research, and other related political issues. The NPP humbly asks that you support the party school to succeed, to further enrich policy delivery and democratic process. Listen, I cannot end my review of the past 29 years without a comment on the global COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic threatens our very way of life, affecting not only our health, but also disrupting businesses and social activities. Due to COVID, the IMF estimated that the global economy would contract by 3.5%, and there will be a reduction in trade of 9.6%. It is instructive to note that in the year 2020, less than 30 countries throughout the world recorded a positive growth, and Ghana was one of them. In Ghana, swift mobilization of technical, material, and financial resources, as well as smart planning, have led to a quick rebound from a depression in growth of 0.4%. We are estimating that by the end of the year, we'll grow by 4.7%. Other countries are growing in negative numbers. If you check other countries and their debt profile, from 2019 to 2000, most of the countries are having debt deficits of over 10% increments throughout the world. In some cases 20%, in some cases 10%. So the debt overhang and debt difficulties are things that are with us throughout the world, but we have taken the bold step. We are not seeing what is being seen in other worlds where people are dying by the day. The president has taken the bold initiative, and his initiative, with a statement that he made, that he knows what to do to bring our economy back to life. What we do not know how to do is to bring people back to life. This is an iconic statement that the whole world has taken cue from, and our government is running top high in the management of COVID. I want to plead that it is not over yet. Let us continue to observe the safety protocols, and it is our own life that we are observing. And I believe that with the sterling leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we shall make headway. We shall make headway. The New Patriotic Party shall make headway. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to extend a hand of hope to our foot soldiers and youth, and assure them that they will always remain the heart and soul of the party. The longer the party manages Ghana, the more likely we will all enjoy inclusive growth. The longer NPP manages Ghana, the more opportunities for new jobs and higher incomes. The longer NPP manages Ghana, the more social intervention like free education and improved health care. The longer NPP manages Ghana, the more the private sector will expand with jobs for the youth. On this note, I want to thank you for coming. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for your attention. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, General Secretary. Once again, let me acknowledge the presence of Home-Based TV, ETV Ghana, Happy FM, Kingdom TV and Radio, GH1, Star FM, Metro TV, Joy News, Wontumi TV and Radio for your live telecast. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for the 29th anniversary is NPP at 29, a tradition for stability, prosperity, and continuity. NPP at 29, a tradition for stability, prosperity, and continuity. Mr. DJ, also let me acknowledge the presence of the majority leader in Parliament, the Honorable Osei Mensah Bonsu. So DJ, if you are ready, can we have a minute of musical interlude? Then I will introduce the main man for the day. Thank you. DJ, up.
Dennis, straight away. Go.
Mr. National Chairman, Your Excellency the Vice President, leadership of the party, members of our party and the general public, I have the singular honor to introduce to you the former Member of Parliament, former Attorney General and Minister for Justice, former Foreign Affairs Minister under President Kufuor, and again, our previous flag bearer, and currently the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Mr. Vice President, National Chairman of our party, General Secretary, the national officers, the Chairperson of the Council of Elders, Majority Leader and Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, brothers and sisters of the New Patriotic Party. Yesterday, the nation celebrated the beginning of its fight for freedom that was lit on the 4th of August in Saltpond, 1947. By one of those coincidences that perhaps have divine blessing, today we're celebrating the 29th anniversary of the New Patriotic Party, the party that has dedicated itself to advancing the ideals and values that were established on that day, the 4th of August, 1947. The political tradition that was born on that day has gone through a lot of challenges, a lot of turbulence, a lot of difficulties, but has consistently emerged stronger and stronger. So today, the challenges that confront our country, the difficulties that we have been plunged into by the COVID, is going to give us the opportunity to grow stronger and stronger. And that strength, that strengthening of our party, its organs, is going to mean one thing, and I'm very, very confident of it. that on the 7th of December 2024, the new NPP presidential candidate is going to win the election of 2024. So our objective, our responsibility is to do whatever it is necessary to make sure that that victory is forthcoming. We have to continue our way forward in Ghana. We cannot accept the backsliding that takes place every now and then. It hasn't benefited our nation, and it will not benefit our nation. The foundations that we're laying today for the prosperity of our nation are going to be shaken if again, through our own fault, we allow the path to progress to be diverted. Yes, the nation is facing challenges, difficulties. But these challenges and difficulties can and will be overcome. They can and will be overcome because we have the policies, we have the program, and we have the values that will enable us to continue our journey of development in freedom. So, I'm very happy that I have the opportunity as president to celebrate this day, because my whole life has been dedicated to the struggle of our party. And I'm happy that on such an occasion, one of the most valiant men on that day, the 28th of July 1992, who was then our national treasurer and did so much to bring into being the certificate that we received on that day, is today here with us as chairperson of the Council of Elders. He's standing here for all the others who have gone ahead to meet their maker. He's standing here as a symbol of the continuity of our party. And I'm very, very privileged to be part of that history of struggle, of that history of progress, of that history of loyalty to the best principles of Ghana. It's difficult for us today to celebrate the occasion with the abandon and the freedom we would have liked. We cannot overlook this awful pandemic that has hit the world and our country. And that is why we have to do our celebration in a muted way. But be that as it may, everybody who subscribes to the values of development and freedom, the values of the NPP, wherever you are, abroad or at home, today is a day for celebration. And it's a day that we're able to say, with our chest held high, that we continue to be in the service of our country. Thank you so much for your presence here, and we will continue this, our struggle. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for that very inspiring speech. The NPP fraternity is eternally grateful to you for your stellar leadership. Now we have the vote of thanks by Perpetua Lomoki Akwada, who's our Deputy National Youth Organizer. Perpetua, can we please have you here? Mr. Chairman, Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, Chairperson, Council of Elders, and all protocol duly observed. First of all, I'd like to give our foremost gratitude to the Almighty God for His presence throughout the program and for His grace and mercy. We have come this far as a party because He has kept faith with us, the new patriotic party. Our next gratitude goes to His Excellency, the President, the leader of the nation, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, of this great nation, for making time out of his busy schedule to be with us. Mr. President, may you continue to deliver on your mandate for the Ghanaian people to make it possible for the NPP to break the 8 come 2024, inshallah. We also say a big thank you to His Excellency, the Vice President, our digital man, for your invaluable support to the party and government, and for this program in particular. We say thank you. We're also thankful to the national executives of the party, led by Honorable Freddie Blay, our youthful chairman, and our night rider, and with the support of the hard-working General Secretary, John Ajinkasibuadu, for competently steering the affairs of our party. We say a big thank you to you too. And finally, I wish to say a big thank you to our speakers, the media, and especially the party faithfuls across the globe, and indeed to all of us for making this a good success. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Perpetua. And we will have the closing prayer, a Muslim prayer, from our very own National Nasara Coordinator, Al-Hajj Aziz Futa.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Oh Allah, we commit the life of the President, His Excellency the President, His Excellency the Vice President, the National Party, the Regional Party, constituency, polling stations, foot soldiers. Ya Allah, help us, because it has shown that it is only NPP that have Ghana in our heart. Help us, let us break the 8. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Allahumma kulli waliyika ala hujjati bil hasan. Salawatullah alayhi wa ala abahi. Fi hazihi saha wa fi kulli saha. Waliyan wa afizan wa kaidan wa nasira. Wa dalilan wa aina. Atta tuskinahu haldaka tawa. Wa timantiyahu fiya tawila. Birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Rabbal Alameen. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Thank you very much. DJ, se nana eya manu po Yaka! The Patch of Asal His Excellency.